Jetpack, are you ready to play the Pokemon trading card game? If so, let's start the show! Hey everyone, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits, aka the hottest calves on Twitch. Shoutouts to everybody in the chat right now, including Strategic Master, Joss Lewin, Gavatest, Louis GG's, Sweaty Numbers, Wuzzy, I hope the baby's doing well. Shoutouts to everybody that followed the channel was off stream. Or actually, Louis GG's followed just now. Jezzy Feed? Man, apologies for the pronunciation. Thank you for the follow. Blaster50, thank you for the follow. Eternally Tardy, thank you for the follow. Kurt 1990 Inder, I'll get back to this one in a sec. Lunatic AUS, thank you for the follow. Grimbo Plumbo, thank you for the follow. And the Ghetto Grill, Top Doggy, so I think I saw these ones from the last stream. Thank you all for the follows. And shout outs to, if this is the Kurt 1990 Inder that I think, yo, shout outs to Kurt. Kurt, if this is the person I think it is, and I don't think I'm doxing too much. Kurt was my last opponent at Toronto Regionals, and I had a wonderful time playing against Kurt. He was a really cool dude, and we just had like a cool casual conversation. And meanwhile, the game is hyper competitive. It ended up going to a tie, but it came down to the last turn on both games, with both of us just running through our decks. He was playing a single prize Lost Box. No, yeah, he's playing Turbo Lost Box. I was playing Miraidon. Both games came down to the wire. He won the first game, basically like, oh, I can get Dragonite out on the board. And then the second one was he couldn't get Dragonite out on the board. And then I was able to like last hit KO with Raichu to take the win and win that game, and we ended up tying the match. But fantastic person, man, that's so cool. They followed me all the way over here. But today we're actually kind of playing. And Strategic Master says, hey YouTube, come hang out with us on Twitch. It's much better. Yeah, you get to watch me lose more is really the big difference. But we still actually have a decent number of losses in the YouTube videos of late. I think I'm a little behind on the content. I've only got one deck video ready to go for tomorrow. But we'll catch up. We'll catch up. Today we're gonna be playing some Giratina VSTAR. Like, we've played a lot of gimmicky versions of Giratina VSTAR. I'm going back to the basics. Giratina VSTAR won. What did it win? It recently won. It won Portland Regionals. It's been a consistent top deck in the international meta. We've covered like Tord Box and a Giratina Lost Box deck that won in Malaysia that had Roaring Moon. We're going to go back to vanilla Giratina VSTAR and talk about it within the context of the starter deck versus a tournament winning, like a regionals winning deck. So let's get into it. We'll play some games. Hopefully I don't completely stink it up. Giratina is not it is not my strong suit of decks. I think if I had to say like what decks I am good at, it would probably be Mew and Miraidon would be the ones that I am the closest to quote unquote maining. But the reality is, based on the type of content that I make, I'm doing different deck profiles. I'm playing different decks every week. I don't have much time to sit down and just master a deck. And I think it shows in my gameplay, which I think is fine based on the type of content I'm trying. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I guess we put... do we start game... This kind of sucks. I don't want to put Sableye out right now. Hopefully we can hit something off the Colress. Though I guess if we put Sableye in the active... Oh, it's the Charizard match too. Okay. This is a match that we're going to see a lot, Giratina Charizard. It's tricky. It's not impossible, but it is tricky for sure. And they get the Rotom down turn 1. I think you have to be really careful in the mid game. Wow, they're gonna play the Lumineon right now. What if I were to play an Iono? Yeah, I don't have an Iono. They're pretty confident in the fact that I don't have it. Oh, they get the Arven right now. So they've set themselves up for turn 2 Charizard. All right, let's see what we can do. It does kind of suck. Like, we're really dependent on this Pokégear hitting for us. I hate when people do this, when they get all the cards for the following turn on the current turn. To me, it's cocky, and yeah, there are a lot of decks that can just screw all of that up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're playing. We're playing. We're playing. Let's go and dig. I'm going to put down a second Giratina, and let's go Pokégear and hope we can hit the Colress. Thank you. Thank you. And then we probably get Cramorant here. We will grab... Oh, my goodness. Let's grab all our energy. That's 2. Let's go and Comfey. Unfortunately, not going to get the... Oh, yes. We're not going to get the... Oh, yeah, we can get a turn 1. We can get a turn 1 Cram here, but we're probably going to be swinging into a Rotom at this point. And how effective is that, actually? We do get the... Oh, no. If I throw a second Psychic Energy into the... We're kind of stuck if we don't. We're kind of stuck if I don't get the Pokégear right now. Now, it's not an ideal circumstance here, because the odds of... They're going to go Arven into Charizard. We're going to be stuck. I mean, they could play Iono, but, like... Yeah, bring up the Rotom is probably what they're going to do. Tank this hit. Oh, the Lumineon. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll swing for 110. Hopefully they don't get down to Jirachi, and we can punish that later. But the biggest thing is, yeah, we need a Colress experiment on the following go. Yeah, the big thing with this matchup, and I have been trying to practice this. This is, I think, a weird matchup for Giratina. I think you can... It's... Okay, I think on Limitless, Giratina has a slight edge, but Charizard absolutely can win this if they map... The biggest thing here is that in the mid to late game, if Charizard can start one-hit KOing Giratinas, this becomes a really bad time. So, as the Giratina player, you really need to map out your prizes on when you're going to take those big KOs. And also just, like, ramp and set up your board state so that you can actually do damage. Like right now, there's no guarantee we can even swing on the following turn. We're really relying on this Pokégear to make some stuff happen. Rotation's going to be big. Big in what sense? Like, is it just they're changing up the meta? Is it, do you think there's other features coming? Is it new start? There's almost certainly going to be new starter decks. Okay, so we lost the prize. We kind of need to hit. I'm actually going to use Comfey first to thin the deck a little bit here before we go into the Pokégear, just giving us a higher chance of hitting the Colress. Now, we're going to Colress here. We get the Giratina V-Star. We get the... Oh, man, I cannot grab that Mirage Gate. Okay, so we have 7 in the Lost Zone right now. We can Mirage Gate. Oh, do we even have the energy in here? A grass and a water. We unfortunately, our hand is pretty gummed up at the moment. We need to get a Psychic down. And we will go and swing. Lost Impact, 280. Now, we'll definitely get rid of the water. And the... I think we have to get rid of the... This is not a good choice. This is not a good choice. Because we've already got 2... We have to get rid of the grass, don't we? We already have 2... Yeah, 2 and 2. And I think we only run 3 grass energy, which is really bad. But we put some immediate pressure on them. They're going to have to figure some stuff out. And Neris, welcome back. Unfortunately, with only 9 in the lost zone right now, we can't even attack, which sucks. I don't know how we reconcile. Oh, there we go. Hopefully, they get us a Mirage Gate here. 6 cards is pretty... Oh, gosh. We do get a Mirage Gate. We do get a Mirage Gate. Now, this is still not great. This is still not great, right? They Burning Darkness for 180. We are behind on prizes, so that's good. I will go Comfey up. Can we get... Like, a Sableye would be amazing here. Giratina or... Tough choice here. I think we have to get the Giratina out. Okay. If we go... We have 2 energy to play with here. We don't have... I don't want to hit this Charizard. I want to save that for... if we can counter Catcher away. Yeah, if we're gonna... Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I will Mirage Gate a Grass and a Water. To... Actually, do we go... Let's put the Grass here. We're not going to get... And we'll put the Water on the other Giratina. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Because we can Star Requiem now. And I will retreat into the Giratina with the damage. And let's go and counter Catcher up the other Charizard. And now this will be a lot easier to take out. And we slam down Path to the Peak. And we Star Requiem. And hopefully... we can get the pieces to take out this second Charizard. Right? Can we get like a Colress or... Okay, boss. Kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, they're not going to play Counter Catcher here. They'll just take out the Giratina and the active. They have to get a third Charizard set up right now, though. I don't know if getting Path to the Peak out is the play right now. The Choice Belt is annoying. I mean, if they can get a Pidgeot set up, then that changes things, but I don't think getting rid of Path to the Peak right now helps them. They may not have much else going on. Uh-oh. Defiance Band is very annoying, but it's not going to help on this next attack. 270. Yeah, I don't know if playing Defiance Band right there was the play. Okay. If we can take out this Charizard, we'll be fine. I don't know if we can take out this Charizard. Okay, that could be our Sableye right there. Could be. Let's go and see if we can get a Psychic Energy here. I guess we take the Giratina. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Let's stall. We might have to stall for time here. Flower Select. Okay, there's the Colress. There's the Colress. Can we get the pieces we need? We need an energy and a switch. I think we take a Jet Energy here. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We have it. We have something. We have something. Let's go Super Rod. We get the Cram. And we take 2 energy back. Yep, this works. This works. We go and we Cram. And let's run Switch. And we slam down Path to the... do we get rid of this Jet Energy? I kind of want to hold on to that Jet Energy. We slam that down. We Cram for 110. And if they can't attack us on the next turn... If they can't attack us on the next turn, and hopefully they don't hand disrupt us, we just boss KO this Lumineon and it's done. Hopefully they don't Iono us here. And then we should be good. Okay, they get a Manaphy down. I don't hate that. They're going to boss up the... Yeah, this is why I wanted to save the Jet Energy. We got him. We got him. We could even play Giratina here to... Choice belt on the Pidgey. Oh, you are down bad when you have to... Wow, 50 on the Giratina. Okay, we're gonna go a little extra here. Let's go and Mirage Gate onto the Giratina V-Star. We have boss in hand. There's multiple ways of going about this. Let's just go and boss's orders the Lumineon, and we will Lost Impact. Yep, and we get the win. G's. That one was a little scary, I think, especially with the Charizard player also running Choice Belt, also running Defiance Band, which pushes that whole prize threshold a little higher. Thankfully, yeah, once they get to 3 prizes, Charizard's a really scary deck to fight against because at that point they are taking one-shots on Giratina. So the big play there for us, and we were really strapped for resources. We got rid of 4 of our energy, 2 grass, 2 psychic in the lost zone. Something to keep in mind there as well. The biggest thing was that they only had 2 Charizard set up. They had 1 badly damaged one, and they had 1 fresh one. And we were able to use Star Requiem to just completely wipe out the fresh Charizard, which left them with 1 badly damaged one, which we were thankfully able to dig through our deck and pull together a combo that allowed us to use Cramorant to take out the second Charizard, at which point they didn't have any more attackers left, and we were able to take the win there at the end. There's going to be a ton of different ways this matchup plays out, and this is one of the most common matchups that's happening, Giratina versus Charizard. And the biggest thing, like prize mapping against Charizard, is just so important, trying to put yourself in a position where Charizard EX is just not one-shotting multiple Giratinas to take the win. That's just one potential way things could play out. GG's. That was good. That was good. That was... I feel like one of the best matches I have played in a while on stream. And now, granted, I haven't been playing the strongest decks on stream for a little bit now. We played the deluxe the deluxe battle deck stream. That wasn't great. And then what was last week? Oh, was it Arceus Superior? I think it was Arceus Superior. And that deck showed up again on... I was watching Charlotte Regionals yesterday, and that deck ended up on stream, and I saw them win game 1 against Miraidon. I don't know if they actually won the whole thing, but... oh, I have to turn off... You try to not play meta decks? I mean, that's a choice. If you want to not play meta decks, that's fine. As long as you understand the... Hold on. I have to turn off the Extra Life thing, because Extra Life is not happening right now. Alakazam, you don't win much, but you have fun. All right, so as long as you are understanding of the realities of what happens when you don't play a off-meta, or when you play an off-meta deck, that's fine. It really drives me... One of my biggest pet peeves in any sort of... anything, really, is when people are like, I want to go against the grain, but it's not working for me. And there's a reason, like competitive Pokemon TCG, the reason meta decks are meta is because they give you a higher chance of winning. And the primary goal of the Pokemon trade, and pretty much anything competitive, is to win. And that is why the meta has formed the way it is, because people are trying to win. And if you want to win on your own terms, then as long as you understand that, hey, I really want to play this other deck that isn't as popular, and I understand that maybe my chances of winning aren't as high, then yeah, go for it. We play off-meta stuff here. Like Lord knows we play off-meta stuff here from time to time on my YouTube channel. I don't know if you watch there. We just played the deluxe battle decks straight up, no modifications. The upcoming Zapdos and Ninetales ones, and those are horrible. We just did a Regidrago video that was out on, I think that was the Friday video. I think I definitely steer. I play more meta than off meta, but yeah, I mean, there are off meta decks that I just love playing. Like Regidrago is one of my favorite decks to play, regardless of how meta or not it is. The Regidrago one looks super interesting, my man. Oh, I've always loved Regidrago. I've been trying to build a Regidrago deck for forever. Unfortunately, it's kind of a pain because you need to get all the Dragon V Pokemon, and there's always Regidrago's OP and expanded, I'd imagine. Rip the deluxe battle decks. Ugh. Depending on how the matches go today, I want to make a video about the deluxe battle decks. You guys can watch me do it. It's been a while because the last numerous streams now, I haven't done any YouTube segments live on Twitch. I might do this one today because it's a video I really want to make. I have the presentation fully built out, and I started recording it the other day while my son was taking a nap, and then he woke up, so I had to stop. So we'll probably just start recording from the beginning. Yeah, that Charizard match was really good. Definitely going to put that in the video. You don't have the dragons for sure. It's expensive. Yeah. I have a bunch of the dragons. I don't have them all, but I have a bunch of them. And the biggest thing is I'm short two short two Regidrago V-Star. I have the Vs. I just don't have the V-Stars. Oh no. Okay, we can potentially make some stuff happen here. Potentially. Also, like the last few weeks on the stream, my opponents have been awful because the deluxe battle decks were so bad it tanked my ELO into the ground. And for the last little bit, I've been grinding meta decks to get myself back up. And now we're playing ranked again, and it's all Giratina and Charizard all the time. Let's see what we can do. I think it's Nest Ball to get a Comfey down, Escape Rope to get the Comfey in, Flower Select, and then use the Pokégear to try and give us a slightly high... We thin the deck just a little bit to make it a little easier, theoretically, to find a Colress's Experiment. Now, they've got... Yeah, this is definitely a Giratina deck. They've got one grass here, one grass here. There are Leaf... Oh! I accidentally closed the game. Darn it. Oh, that was dumb. That was so dumb. I was trying to click... I was trying to click on the discard pile, and my mouse went too high up. It went too high up, and I closed it. And so I have to explain. I have it in windowed mode because I'm moving stuff all the time on my... Yeah, I have it in windowed mode because I am moving stuff around. I'm opening up my browser so that I can put up different presentation stuff throughout the stream. So I just keep it in windowed mode all the time, and I accidentally close the game. So that's on me. That's on me. They get a free win. We end up lowering our rank. We are back in Greninja League. Ooh. Not that I care. I think the ranking system... Oh, hold on. I have to restart the game. The frame rate for me is horrible. I don't know if anyone has this problem, but especially when I have OBS on, there's a 50% chance that the game runs at half the frame rate. And now it's a card game. It's not the end of the world if it's not running at 60 FPS, but it looks super choppy on my end. On stream, it looks fine, but in on my screen, it looks awful. We'll live. Nara says, as a former MTG player, it's funny when people say Pokemon cards that are expensive when I see that sometimes a whole deck of Pokemon is just worth 1 or 2. I've heard this about Magic the Gathering, the notion that Magic the Gathering is very expensive to play. And I've seen people that are like, oh yeah, this deck's like $800, $1,000. And I'm like, what? No, I would never play that. That's way too rich for my blood. Now, that, of course, I say this as someone who has also started playing Lorcana, and meta decks in Lorcana can also be super expensive. We're not talking about Magic the Gathering expensive yet, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. Magic the Gathering was crazy expensive just for lands alone. Oof. Yeah, Pokemon is... I mean, I have a couple of decks. Like, I have a Miraidon deck fully built out. Yeah, a couple... Like, in terms of, like, if I had to go to a tournament... Hey, speaking of Regidrago, if I had to go to a tournament right now, I could play... Hey, there we go. I could play Miraidon. I could play Mew. I potentially could play... If I found the Cresselia card that I'm missing... Oh, I need a Screamtail too. I'm a couple cards short on Gardevoir, but I'm almost there. That's about it. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to play like... Ooh. Yeah, we're going to slam down turn 1 Path and stop them from getting the Leafeon play, which is what I guess they're doing. Now, I really hope this is not the LDF build. If this is the LDF build, then they run the Klefkis, and that's really annoying. At which point... we have counters to that, too. Oh, man, we have to throw out more energy. I hate when flower selecting just gives you the worst cards. So, yeah, we're slamming down Path to the Peak, assuming this is the Leafeon build, so that they don't get the turn 1 attach. Oh, yeah. Hopefully they don't have a bumper path right now. Shuts off the Greninja, shuts off the Mew. What if they're... Did they watch my video on Friday? Did I have Mew in my video? I can't remember if Mew's in my build. Let me go check real quick. Okay, they're going to get Celestial Roar here. Oh, no, they're not. They're just not going to do it. Oh, they already know. All right. So, let's go Colress first. We get ourselves... I think we have to grab all the energy, which is kind of annoying here. Let's go and grab... Now, they're not threatening at this point in time. We have all of our energy, which is profoundly annoying. Ooh. Do I want the Giratina right now? Or do I want... Oh, we have a Jet Energy in hand. Okay. Let's go and... Can I combo this in a way? Because we've got 6 in the Lost Zone. If I... No, I can't. I can't combo this in a way that gets me all... I can get 8 in the Lost Zone. I could even just go 7 and then threaten and be a very threatening... Yeah, this Mirage Gate is going to suck. Yeah, it's just the water. Oh my goodness. Okay. Because we have all our energy in hand. This is miserable. Let's go end our turn. And we're just going to have to slow... I cannot believe we've ended up with all of our energy in hand. Mirage Gate's not doing anything right now. Now, Regidrago's not doing anything either. They could be attacking on the following turn. Oh. Oh, wow. They just put a ton of energy on themselves. How do we reconcile this? Like, I have no hand. I can't throw all this stuff back in my deck. Super Rod. Let's go Switch Cart here. And let's start putting energy onto... Like, I have to assume that one of these Comfeys is dead on the following turn. Let's go and retreat, and we'll hold on to the Switch Cart. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go Colress, and that gets us to 9. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Do I still can't attach the energy. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Cram. Okay. What can I do with this? We have 10 in the lost zone. We have 10 in the lost zone. I have Switch Cart. Do I attack them right now? Or do we... I know the Mirage Gate's not going to do anything. I think we wait. I think we wait and we just snap them into oblivion. Now, they could Lost Impact us right now. I will give you... JF Raptor Pan, I will give you your points back on that. The OnlyFans did not work that time. It should work the next time. Here, I'll post for this next one. Only stands. There we go. And good morning, JF Raptor. How are you? They're going to get Regidrago V-Star out. Hopefully, they have no Pokemon in the discard pile, so they are not going to get a good attack off if they roll with it right now. I cannot believe our hand is so gummed up right now. I'm kind of hoping they Iono us so we can actually do Mirage Gate stuff. Though at the moment, our hand is pretty good. We snap out a Giratina. They're probably not going to get any energy on, and then we're just done. But let's see. Right now, they have no... They can't attack with a Regidrago V-Star. They get the Goodra down. Or they could potentially get Goodra out. Yeah, they get Goodra. They Superior Energy Retrieval. For one energy? They do get the Rolling Iron, though. They will get a Rolling Iron here, which is annoying. But we've already got 11 in the Lost Zone. We don't have to worry about that. We just Star Requiem them out of the game, and then that's it. So that's not that big of a deal at all. We can get a second Giratina down, and we will go attach a Grass Energy, and let's go Star Requiem out of the game. Yeah, this is done. GG's. Regidrago is a fun deck, but they did not get set up at all. Only one Regidrago. They did not have any form of energy acceleration except manual attachments. They didn't get a second Regidrago down. Path to the Peak stopped the Greninja and the Mew, and we were able to... Yeah, we had not so great start, but we were still able to out-tempo them and just put ourselves in a position to obliterate that Regidrago and take the win. GG's. All right, let's go. After this, I don't know what I want to play. Like, we are hitting a weird point in coverage for the Pokemon TCG. We're hitting the January set, and the January set has basically no playable cards. We can do like one video, maybe two videos with the Crisis Shot. Here's the version with Lost Box. Here's the version with Soul Rock Lunatone. Maybe there's an Espathra stream. But, like, it's bad. These cards are not good. Okay, let's put Manaphy down. I guess I could put down Sableye. I don't want to lose Sableye right now, though. I think we go Comfey Greninja and try and make some stuff happen here just to get us a little better set up. Iron Valiant. Okay. This kind of sucks. Yeah, they could potentially turn one Yoga Loop us, and then we are dead. So we kind of have to hope. Can we get turn one path? Yes, we can get turn one path. Let's go. Do we even go for Cram? I think we go Cram Giratina, right? We're almost certainly going to lose at least one of these. I could have gone a third Comfey. Okay, let's go see what we can get here. Let's go and get the... Yeah, we get the Grass Energy. We are a little shorter on Grass than Path to the Peak, and hopefully they do not have a bump for Path. Hopefully they don't. They just throw down a whole bunch of Iron Valiants, and then they pass. And we don't get the Squawkabilly or anything like that. This is a weird matchup, though. If we can get set up, like, we just obliterate them, but... yeah, being able to Yoga Loop, potentially, is really annoying. But let's see. Path to the Peak could work wonders here. If they don't have it, if they don't got it like that, then we could be laughing. They are taking their sweet time right now. Makes me think they don't have it. Or they've got some 4D chess play that they're cooking up right now. What do you think? Do they have it or do they not? We should be able to attack on the following turn. We've got 1 in the Lost Zone. We Colress for 2. We Comfey for 1. Attach, retreat, Cramorant, 110. Yep, they don't have it. They don't got it like that. Let's go. Let's start cooking. I'm actually not going to... okay, Mirage Gate. Ooh. Darn it. Okay. Mirage Gate, Colress, and did we get rid of the... we have to grab the Psychic here. Okay. We go and Flower Select. Now, there's 2 ways of going about it. We can go... we can attack for 110, or we can Abyss Seeking. Yeah, we can Abyss Seeking to get 7 on the board. Ooh, I don't want to get rid of another energy in the Lost Zone. I really want the Rod, though. I think we're going to Abyss Seeking here. Because now we've got 5... we can't Abyss Seeking. We can't Abyss Seeking. Let's go and attach to Comfey then. And let's just attack with Cram. Yeah, I think we'll punt on trying to Abyss Seeking here. And we'll just go with the Giratina. And hopefully they don't have it. But yeah, they're going to need to start making some stuff happen real soon. Even if it's just pivot this Iron Valiant out so it's not getting prized. We can boss and then... it's not the worst if we just... play this out. Like, okay, we'll see what they have. Ugh. This kind, like, I wonder if they're, yeah, they're just stalling for time right now. Let's go and, okay. I don't think we need 3 Giratinas. Let's go and grab, I'll grab 1 so we have a second one if need be, but like, we've got 7 in the Lost Zone. We can start building up a Giratina. I don't even have to attack right now. Let's go and get the second. Oh, I'll hold the grass energy for later. We've got 7 in the Lost Zone. Yeah, well, we won't rush it. We won't rush it. We'll just take the KO. Hopefully we get a Colress here. Okay, that's fine. Are they just going to drag this out? Yeah, they're trolling at this point. We've got 7 in the Lost Zone, 8, 9. I don't think they can win. Like, at this point, we lost Impact. 1 of the Iron Valiants. That gets us 10 in the Lost Zone. Well, we get a Comfey. We get 2 energy. Bug Catchers. Welcome and thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. They're just stalling for time here. So, not too much to watch here. What's everybody got go here? I'm just going to put the game... oh, wrong button. Let's put the game in the corner here. We know nothing's going to happen, right? They're just wasting their time. I want the win. So, what's everybody got going on this weekend? Okay. They just scoop. GG's. Not very good. Like, I'll take the win. Not very good for the video. I really hope we can get some more competitive matches like the Charizard one. Shout outs to Fizzle. Thank you so much for the follow. Unfortunately, yeah, turn one Path doing the Lord's work on that one. Absolutely shutting down their deck, and they just did not have the answer for it. Building like IKEA furniture. Okay. I mean, yo, shout outs to IKEA. Like, I did not realize when I think it's only gotten, I mean, with the economy being what it is now, like, I don't know how anyone affords furniture that is not IKEA. Real talk. Like, I look at IKEA prices and I'm like, this is kind of reasonable. And then you go, and like StructTube is maybe a little higher. I don't know if everybody here has StructTube. Probably not. StructTube is kind of like IKEA, but they try and like copy the really fancy furniture and make cheaper versions of it. Oh, we're in the mirror match here. And what was I gonna say? Everything after that is just orders of magnitude more expensive, and I don't understand how people just afford to buy that kind of furniture for their house. It feels like you have to be, just to buy anything that's not IKEA, you kind of have to be like rich. Wazzy says, just recovered from COVID. Super scary when you have a newborn living with you. Oh, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Is the baby okay? Oh man, I'm really sorry to hear that that's such an awful time to get it. Okay, let's go and Comfey first. Or do we Battle VIP Pass first? Never so sure on the order of operations there. Let's go and get the Giratina down. We could potentially start building that up. Okay, Flower Select. We get a Jet Energy or a Mirage Gate. The Jet Energy helps us in the immediate term. Mirage Gate, we can kind of punt on that if need be. I do have Switch Cart. I'm going to hold out for now. Let's go Flower Select, and hopefully we can get... Okay, yeah. I'll take a third Comfey here, and we can go and get a third... Get 3 in the Lost Zone to start on turn 1. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. We get another Jet Energy. That's nice. That's nice. And we'll go slam down Path to the Peak, and we'll pass. Yeah, Giratina mirror matches are very weird. I don't like our hand right now. I like that we have Colress. I don't like that we don't have Cramorant on the board. I like the Comfey situation. That's really good. And I guess we could have waited a turn to get a Giratina down. Oh, weird. They threw out a Colress? They must have Colress in hand. Yeah, they gotta have Colress in hand if they threw out the Colress. Yeah. I probably still wouldn't have, unless the card that they had really helps them set up. Baby's okay, thanks for app. Yeah, it was super frustrating when you tried hard masking up. Be careful whenever, but still got the virus. Yeah. Oh, they threw out the Sableye. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, that's some good information to have. I'm guessing they have 2 if they were willing to throw it out. Okay, here comes the Cram. Do they have 4? Or they have a way to get to 4? Otherwise, it's kind of silly to... Okay, they get the Greninja down. The Greninja's not doing anything in the immediate term. We have to look out for a Greninja snipe here. We have to respect the Greninja snipe as an option. 3, 4, 5. We could potentially get the 7 on this go-around. Okay, they're just going to Abyss Seeking. And that is a... Yeah, I respect that. 3, they get to 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. We can get the 7. I don't know if we're going to get... If we could get the Donk on this Giratina, that would be amazing. I don't think we're going to hit the Wombo Combo for that, though. Okay, we get a Giratina V-Star. Let's go. And Colress. We get the Cram. We get another Colress. And we get a Switch. Okay. Let's see what we can dig up here. Okay, Comfey. A second Giratina or the Giratina V-Star. I think we take the Giratina V. Okay, that gets us to... What does that get us to? That gets us to 6. I think we switch. And we get the second Giratina. Or we get a third? No. I think we can let that go. We'll take the water energy. Okay, we have 7 in the lost zone. Unfortunately, we don't have... Now, what is the potential... Okay, we're going to bench a second Giratina here. I will play the Jet Energy. Let's get to 8 and see if we can make anything happen here. No, we get a Roxanne. That's kind of a lame turn. Let's go and retreat, and we'll swing for 110 with the Cram. Now, we are very much not respecting the Greninja here. Let's see if they have it. Yeah, all our water energies in here. This is one of the things. Okay, yeah, boss up. Probably one of the Giratinas. I don't hate that for them. And they're probably just going to Abyss Seeking. Yep. If that's the play. Abyss Seeking 7. And yeah, let's see if we can get a knockout on this Giratina. Hopefully, off this Colress, we can make something happen here. And whether we attack with the Cram or we get a Giratina V-Star and we can just snap them out of existence, that would be great. I think we just win if we do that. Okay, that gets them to 7 in the Lost Zone. So Mirage Gates for them are live. Let's go and Colress. We get a Switch Cart. We get a Path is down. Let's go grab the Psychic. And let's go grab a Switch. And I will... We still don't have... Yeah, we still don't have everything we'd want. Let's go Switch Cart. And... I think we're still going to want to end this with the Cramorant anyway. We have 10 in the Lost Zone. We don't necessarily need Colress anymore. We can grab the Jet Energy, though. Jet Energy is nice. I will switch into... What gets us more? What is the better value here? If we go switch... Because I also want to start building up a Giratina here. Yeah, we'll grab Path to the Peak. Because I could do one more rep. I could do one more rep Jet Energy. I think we start building up a Giratina here. Yeah, and let's start to attach energy to a Giratina V-Star. And let's just swing. Now, we could get hit with a Greninja and then they're back in it. They've got 7 in the Lost Zone. They probably just want us to... Now, the awkward thing is we don't have... Do we want to Super Rod anything back in? Maybe the Cram. Like, right now, we can't attack is the is the big problem. We've got 2 Pokégears. We could potentially make some stuff happen here, but let's see. Wonder what their hand is for them to be this passive. It's got to suck. It's got to absolutely suck. They did get off to a poor start, and they only got 1 Comfey down. We had 3, so we were able... I mean, to considering everything that's happened, for them to have 7 in the loss zone right now is pretty good. They're going to swing with the Cram, get it to 5. But if they can't get a Giratina down right now... Unfortunately, yeah, our hand is pretty gummed up. So I am a little annoyed by that. Man, our opponents are slow playing so bad. They might be thinking it through. They might be thinking it through. We can't Greninja here, unfortunately. We have all our water energy in hand, which is profoundly annoying. I think part of me wants to... Oh, we have Sableye stuff right now? Okay. Let's see if we can get a... I'm going to flower selecting first, which normally isn't what you do. Here we go. Mirage Gate. And how many... Okay, we still have a decent number of things. We get boss out of one Pokégear. And out the second one, we get nothing. That kind of sucks. Okay. How many Colresses have we used? We've used 2. So there's probably 1 in the there could be 1 in the deck still, but not going to play around with our food too much here. Is there any energy? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, that was a bad... Okay, our hand is gummed up really bad. I don't like this. Okay, if we go and I think we just have to loss mine here for 12 on the Cram and say bet even 8, 9. Oh, double tap there by accident. 10, 11, and we'll throw 1 on the Greninja where we could potentially Sableye that later. Unfortunately for us, yeah, our hand kind of sucks. We've got 9 cards left. Our grass energy is nowhere to be found. There's 1 of them. There's got to be 1 in the deck still. If we had 1 more grass on here, we would be living the dream. Uh-oh, here comes the Mirage Gates. We still have 2 more Mirage Gates unaccounted for. They could potentially just shred and take out the Sableye that way. I don't know if that's what they want to do. Ideally, we can get if we can get these Giratinas built up, we could put them in a checkmate state, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. Okay, they're going to attach a 3rd energy. Yeah, if they just switch out and shred the Sableye, that puts us in a weird spot, and we're going to get Roxanne. And in a way that potentially is good. Okay. They can still come back. This is the really annoying part of this, is despite our hot start, they totally could come back still. Am I going to Liverpool? I am nowhere near Liverpool, dude. Oh, no. They have the boss's orders in hand, too. So, yeah, they absolutely could make a massive comeback here. East Coast USA? No. I'm in Canada. I have been to Liverpool. I visited once when I was in England. Like, when did we go? Like, over 10 years ago. My now wife and I went. It was cool. Yeah, see, now they've got 2 Giratinas built. We have nothing right now. I have to assume... Uh-oh, yeah, if they're just going to take the shred right now, that actually puts us in an incredibly awkward spot. Oof. Okay. This is where keeping it Giratina goes wrong. Oh, we had such a hot start, and now... Okay, we do have counter catchers, not bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am going to actually get the... Greninja doesn't matter here. Greninja doesn't matter. Manaphy kind of matters, but not really. We can thin the deck and just prevent the Greninja snipe play from happening. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I'm almost certain they have boss in hand. Yeah, well, we know they have boss in hand. Do I just put the energy on the other Giratina under the assumption that this one's going to get blasted into oblivion? Or do I just dig in hopes that I can dig deeper into the lost zone? I think we just attach pass on the water one. I'm going to assume this is dead, and we're going to Roxanne on the following turn. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm hedging my bets here. Man, they have 8 in the lost zone. We know they have boss, so one of these is dead. Almost certainly one of these is dead. So at least we have energy on the Giratina. This is what I was trying to anticipate. Now the problem is they've got checkmate. They've got checkmate. Ah, no, now they don't. Now they don't. Right? If we wipe this Giratina, then there is a chance that they don't. Now we have to draw the nuts off this Roxanne. We have to draw off this Roxanne, or we just lose. Mirage Gate, Giratina VSTAR. Oh no. Oh no. This isn't it. This isn't it. Okay, we gotta bail out. We gotta bail out. And hopefully... Mirage Gate. Mirage Gate. No! Okay. I'll grab the Nest Ball here. Is it worth getting down another Giratina right now? We don't even have another Giratina. Okay, let's just get the Greninja down to thin the deck. And I will... I could dig a little further. Let's just end. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. Yeah, you live by the Giratina, you die by the Giratina. They're gonna get a third Giratina down. Now, please don't hit a Colress. If they hit boss right here, we're just dead. Colress, okay. We could still win, despite the absolute garbage dumpster fire hand. We absolutely could still win this. But this is, I think we're seeing the best and worst of Giratina right now, where on our side, we got off to the hot start and then our hand completely gummed up. And our opponent's side, they got off to a bad start and now they're making the massive comeback. So I think regardless of where this match goes, I think this is worthy of the video. Maybe we could have done this a little. We got some like really rough draws here. Did we throw anything in the loss? Like, the 2 psychic energy here does kind of suck, but if we watch it back, we might be able to see some other ways. Are they going to burn Star Requiem right now? They get the second Giratina down. If they can get one more, how many Mirage Gates do they have? They've got 2. They've still got 2 more in hand. There's 2 more somewhere. Are they going to blast this Comfey? I think we have to go in with Giratina right now. Oh, they're bailing out. They don't have it. They don't got it like that. Oh my goodness. Our opponent could have got it right there. They could have got it right there. Right? If we had Mirage Gate boss, we have them. I mean, we don't have it 1, but we have them in a pretty bad spot. Unfortunately, okay, they're going to dig a little bit, and maybe they get it here. Are they just going to start Requiem of Comfey right now? I think they have to. They're just going to Lost Impact. Okay. I think we can afford to put a Comfey in the active. We can attach energy, and we need a Mirage Gate, though. We need a Mirage Gate, or we're just dead. I don't think we have to go all in and put Giratina down right this second. Okay, let's see. There's the Mirage Gate. There's the Mirage Gate. We have no energy! No! Okay. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Mirage Gate. Give me the 4th Mirage Gate right now. No! Okay. We're dragging you up. And we're going to wait. Should have Colress first? Yeah, probably. That's on me. That's on me. I didn't realize our energy situation was that bad. Okay. Now we deal with the consequences. Yeah, there's the Mirage Gate. We're almost certainly... Yeah, we're dead at this point. They just... snap in. So like check your discard. I mean, we were looking. You can't play Tina. You need a lot less decision trees. Yeah. I was like Lil Tone, the way this is playing out right now, I was dead regardless. They had the Mirage Gate. They were just gonna blast anyway. So at this point we're in check. We were in checkmate to begin with, so we just lose. I could have sequenced that better, but we would have lost is what this comes down to. I'm almost certain we would have lost. Yeah, if they had all those pieces, the Colress, the Mirage Gate, all that stuff, like we could have taken one more attack, but then we would still be in this boat. So yeah, there's a bunch of ways we could have played that, and yes, I could have sequenced that last bit a little better. Good information for next time is, yeah, Colress potentially first. They kind of they had it in hand at the end, so it didn't matter. But for anyone watching, yeah, the double check how much energy you've got available so you don't brick on the Mirage Gates like that. I had lots of opportunities to look at the deck too, and I didn't. I think we still, I am like slightly more comfortable in the fact that we would have lost that anyway, but don't do what I did just there. And I think this match we'll probably keep in the video regardless, because it kind of shows the duality of Giratina. The idea that, yeah, our deck started out great and then completely fell apart, and our opponent started out bad and they made a massive comeback at the end. And it's kind of weird that this deck is it can do that. But yeah, it's you kind of live by the Giratina sometimes and you die by the Giratina. GG's. I play 4 water. No, I am using, so to put into perspective what we're doing here, I'm using Jon Eng's Giratina VSTAR list that won Portland Regionals, and that's going to be part of the pitch for getting people to watch this video. Is, hey, this is the one that won a regional championship. So using their deck as is, and if I were to change anything about this list, I maybe tone down the jet energy, like maybe take out 1 jet energy. I don't know if 4 water is the play, but I might take out 1 jet energy. Fako Spy Robot says, we have no energy. No is the perfect time lament as a generate. Yep. You play Jet 4 water? Yeah. It's not, I don't hate it. I don't hate that. I mean, there are some Giratina decks that only play one water energy just to fake out the Greninja play, and then they change the water with other consistency cards. I do like Jon's list for the most part. Like, Giratina at this point is largely a solved archetype. There are some nitty-gritty things here and there, like maybe you tweak the energy counts a little bit. Maybe you play an Iono instead of a Roxanne. Maybe you incorporate like a Forest Seal Stone or something like that. But I kind of like, and I kind of wanted to choose Jon Eng's version. Like, one, it has the resume now. It won a regionals. Two, I kind of like it because there are no gimmicks. This is very much a vanilla Giratina V-Star list. And I have covered a lot of gimmick lists during this Paradox Rift cycle, and I wanted to cover like more of a straight up one for this. The play for Tina's discard usual energy to Super Rod before Mirage Gating. Yep. So Tray Feeder, I know you're new here. I please ask to chill on the coaching. I will. If I lose, I lose. But yeah, I'm really not, like, partially not interested in just having the chat walk me through the whole game. Partially for the YouTube video, just people being like, yeah, you just have people like be on my case for, you just let the chat talk you through all these games and you can't play. So I kind of we'll live and I'll learn. Okay, another Lost Box. I definitely want to play as best as I can play. Am I right? Do I care if I win or I lose? I do care. It's not my number one priority, I will say. I mean, I play the best I can. If I lose and I make mistakes, like, my number one priority when I come on stream is to make a good YouTube video. And winning's definitely a part of that. Absolutely a part of that. Okay, we get 2 in the Lost Zone. I think that's fine. If we lose, we learn. Yeah. You couldn't care less about your record. I mean, there are people that do. And everybody has their reasons for playing. I know that I am not the best player in the world. I play to the best of my ability. I'm constantly trying to learn. Potentially another mirror, yeah. Yeah, the priority for me when I come on to stream here is I'm trying to make a good video, and I'm trying to make, and winning is definitely a part of that. But if there are mistakes that I make, that's fine. If we can acknowledge them and learn from them, I would rather that and hopefully learn rather than, yeah, me just having people be like, oh, okay, you just get the chat to play for you and all this doesn't matter. And also, I just don't like being told what to do when I'm here. And I get that, like, part of this, and yeah, the reality is, and we mentioned it earlier on the stream, due to the nature of the content that I cover, I play different decks every week. Every week. I am a master of none because I am here moving these things. My primary goal is to make informative and entertaining content for, in particular, for like new to intermediate players. I know pro players are not watching. Why would you watch my channel? You already know this game better than I do. Okay, they get 2 Giratinas down. They don't get an attack off. They get 4 in the Lost Zone, though. Can we get a Cram so we can start attacking here? And the answer is not in the immediate term. I think we have to... How much do we respect Greninja here? I really don't want... Okay, I'm gonna... I can't grab the Manaphy? Pokemon TCG Live will not let me grab the Manaphy. It will not. Okay, Pokemon TCG Live made the choice for us. If we lose because of a Greninja snipe, let the record show that was not my fault. We still can't attack. This is insane. Let's go and hopefully we can get... Yeah, our hand is so gummed up right now. Ugh, I think we're going to Abyss Seeking here. Not ideal, but let's go and use the Grass Energy right now. And just get ahead on the Lost Zone stuff. We'll take a water, and I guess we'll take the second Giratina right now. Oof. Killer B Pro, thank you so much for the follow. If you lose via Radiant Greninja, yeah. You should start streaming too. You like playing different decks? I mean, do you like... the one thing I want to state about like streaming and content creation is that playing video games and making content are two very different skills. If you like playing video games, that doesn't mean you're going to enjoy making content. They are very different disciplines with different things going on. And if you don't, you may not you might not like streaming even if you love video games. So I wouldn't necessarily think of it as a, yeah, I like this one thing, therefore I should do this. But I don't think there's any harm in trying. Oh, geez, hold on. Any harm in starting out. You can start for basically free with whatever you've got and just go have fun. We might be dead. Yeah, there's a pretty decent shot. We're just dead here. Yeah, that comes with practice, Lil Tone. So, yeah, put in the time. Try it out. If you like it, great. If you don't, oh my goodness. Yeah, we're so dead. Oh, interesting. They must have... I don't understand that move. Why would you put... Now I'm openly... Okay. Do they have the switch out? They probably have the switch out, right? Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure we're just dead here. Just check the mail. You got it. Awesome, Jocelyn. Love to see it. I mean, let's go play out our turns. Like, I'm pretty sure we're screwed. But, okay. In this scenario, what do? I could Pokégear Fur. Let's see if we can get a Colress here. Okay. And let's see what we can get in the Lost Zone. Giratina V-Star. Okay. And the Roxanne. I don't think we need the V-Star. No. Let's get rid of... Okay, yeah. I think this is fine. Yeah, our hand is horrible right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Rope. Sure. Can we get a Sableye down? If we can get a Sableye, we could potentially make some stuff happen here. But we need a Sableye. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If we go Sableye, I think we still have to bench Giratina, right? If we're gonna have a chance at winning, I think we have to bench the Giratina. And unfortunately, all our energy is in the... do we... I think it's safe to Mirage Gate right now. Oh god, no, it wasn't. Okay. That's on me. That's on me. And I basically made the same mistake as last time. Let's go and Lost Mine. And what's the most dangerous thing? Like, we could take out a Comfey, but like, if they've got... Can I check how much is... They've got 9 in the Lost Zone right now. They're gonna get to 10. I think we take out the Cram. I could be wrong. I think we're way behind anyway. I'll put one on the Comfey. We get the Greninja, and we can discard some energy, get the Rod, get a Mirage Gate going. We can make some stuff happen here if they come in with a Giratina right now. If we could get a second Giratina, we could be back in this game. Okay, they can't do anything with that Roxanne right now. We did waste the Mirage Gate, which is kind of annoying. Oh, they pulled boss. We could be dead. Could be dead. Yeah. A Psychic and a Switch, and this one's over. If not, like, okay. If we can get a boss's orders in the next 3 cards, maybe we make something happen here. Even better if we can get a Giratina V down. Wait, oh, we... Okay, so it's the V-Star in the Lost Zone. The V is in hand. Okay. If they don't knock out this Giratina right now, we could potentially make some stuff happen. Potentially. Okay, here comes the Sableye. What are they gonna... They're just gonna wait. Okay. Okay. Oh, double Mirage Gate. That's nice. Okay. I want to get some... We need to get a Psychic in the discard. So we can Mirage Gate, Psychic. Grass, I think, is the play. If we... Yeah, we definitely need to Super Rod right now. And we go Giratina, Basic, Basic. We Nest Ball for another Giratina. And we... Yeah, we hold off on evolving the Giratina V-Star right now. And we can dig a little deeper into the deck with the Jet Energy. Flower Select. Yeah, Giratina V-Star is fine. We hold on to both. I guess we could go both right now. And then we have... is there any harm in getting both of them online? I know I can safely Mirage Gate for one. I think we hold off. Let's go and go do Sableye stuff right now. Oh, they have Roxanne. They do have Roxanne. And they're not going to Roxanne this turn. Okay. Let's go Lost Mine. And I think we take out the... Sableye. And we go soften up the Comfeys. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the play. Yeah, they're gummed up pretty bad. Okay, I think we're back in it. Okay, they're going to Colress instead. They can't counter Catcher. They're going to have to take out the Sableye. At which point, we've got 2 Giratinas on deck. Now, our energy situation's not good. Unfortunately, we have 2 of our Mirage Gates here. Okay, let's see how they approach it. They're going to Super Rod. Ugh. Part of me kind of regrets. Part of me, like, I made a big stink about it the last few streams about, okay, they're just going to go in with the Cram. I don't hate that for them, because now we have to... Do we have Counter Catcher still? If we have Counter Catcher, that would be amazing for just gusting up a Giratina right now. And is the play to start with the Giratina in the active, or is it to dig? Decisions. Pokégear, because we could also just use the Pokégear to boss up a Giratina here. Let's see what they go. They're probably going to go in with Cram. Lots of decisions. Have I tried playing Power World? No, I have not. Okay. If I go... Okay, I'm going to start with the Giratina. And I'm going to play for... There's the counter catcher. Okay, fantastic. Now, I need to get Grass Energy into... We get bought. We have multiple outs here. So, if we go double Tina right now, right? If we go Mirage Gate, and we go Grass Psychic, and we have just to check, double check here. 13. Yeah. So we go Grass Psychic. And I go... How much energy is in the discard right now? Okay, we can Mirage Gate stuff back. Yeah, let's go in Super Rod. And we go Grass Psychic Sableye. And we attach... Ooh, is there... I definitely want a counter catcher right now. And we attach... And we throw a water in here. And we can Roxanne them down to 2. Actually, let's hold our hand. Let's hold our hand. We Star Requiem. We snap them out. And we have game in hand. If they knock out this Tina, they're not taking 3 prizes this turn. We have game in hand. If they play Iono or they play Roxanne, could be something. But right now, we have a pretty good spot. Now, 1, 2, 3... Okay, all our psychic energy is accounted for. That's profoundly annoying. Hopefully, they don't play hand disruption. That's the only thing that could screw this up. Well, okay, there's a couple things that could screw this up. But, we've used all our energy recovery. I think all our psychic energy is spoken for, which freaks me out a little bit. I don't think we're getting any more psychic energy back. Oh, man, this is absolute grind. What are they? Okay, are they just stalling for time? Okay, and we get Roxanne. Annoying. We can Roxanne them back. But if they're just swinging with the Cram... Okay, let's see how they approach it. They're going to go for a Greninja Snipe. They can still win this. They can still win this. Oh, that's annoying. But if I said at the beginning of this, if we lose to a Greninja Snipe, they didn't let us take our Manaphy. They didn't let us take our Manaphy. PTCG Live might have screwed us over, like, actually this time. Oh, that's profoundly annoying. This was such a good game. You guys saw it. You guys saw it. You guys saw it. We could not get Manaphy out. Basically, I think we may have lost. We may have lost. Like, I can't... Oh! If this was boss in hand... Okay, let's just go and brick on this Nest Ball. Try and put... But they have... They still have Star Requiem on deck, right? Yeah. We lose. Actually, you know what? If we do this... Okay, hold on. Let's play to our outs here. We'll play... Oh, I can't switch. I can't switch. If I go... There's 5 cards left. One of those is boss. If we attack right now, we lose. I think we have to hard retreat. We go into Greninja, and we slam down Path, and we pray, is what this is coming down to. And we say bet. If they have boss in hand, then it is what it is. No! I'm gonna chalk that up to us not being able to get the Manaphy. They played that incredibly well. That was a great match. We ended up getting boned by PTCG Live. Would not let us grab the Manaphy. And that was I think there was a debate. I think that there's an argument to be made to, like, at that time, I did not have any more draw support. But not being able to have the choice of being able to not grab the Manaphy was really bad. The Roxanne, losing boss's orders, we had game in hand. Unfortunately, they disrupted us and we did not have it. Just put us in a bad spot and we lose. That's really disheartening. I thought we played that pretty well, all things considered. And no, I arguably still wouldn't have taken the Manaphy. Arguably, like we talked about it. There's a choice to be made there, and I think at the time it could have been reasonable to not. But in order to make myself feel not as bad, we're gonna say PTCG Live messed us over by not letting us protect the bench, by not letting us grab Manaphy. Really unfortunate set of events there. GG's. Hey Everett, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. Sorry about the loss. We played really hard. We tried our best. There was ultimately I arguably would have lost that anyway, because I was definitely leaning towards picking the Pokégear instead of the Manaphy. But the fact that we were not given the choice to take the Manaphy was really annoying. And that ultimately did cost us the game. We will accept the loss as is. And yeah, a little bit of an asterisk there, but ultimately we lost the game. Our opponent played that great. I thought we played that pretty well as well, but you know, it is what it is. You can't win them all. So we try again. Are you still enjoying Pokemon cards, Everett? Man, that hurts. That hurts. Hopefully we can get, I think if we can get like one more good match. I don't want to put 2 Giratina losses in the video. I kind of actually want to keep the... Now, if it comes down to like we just lost clean versus we lost the Pokemon... You know what? I think we actually keep the glitch in. Because in the previous... the Urshifu Iron Valiant video, I won because of a glitch in Pokemon TCG Live. So I think it is karma for me to lose because of a glitch in Pokemon TCG Live. Also, our hand is terrible right now. Let's see what we can do. Gardevoir. Okay. And of course, they have Battle VIP Pass. Oh, man. When was the last time a glitch in Pokemon TCG Live screwed you over? Okay, Battle VIP Pass. Let's go. Let's go and grab... Do I grab 3 Comfeys or do I grab 2 and a Cram? There's no guarantee that I'm going to get the attack off on this turn. I'm going to go with 2 and a Cram. Let's go see what happens. We do get a 3rd Comfey. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 3rd Comfey right now in case we need to punt on where this goes. Let's go and see where the rest of this leads. Gardevoir is a little bit of a weird matchup. This is the Pokégear versus the... Okay. This time, I'm going to get rid of the Manaphy this time. If I lose, I'm really playing for a call. No! Okay. I was playing for a Colress there, a Colress's experiment, and we didn't luck out. Okay. Boss is not going to matter here. Let's go with the VIP pass. Let's go and get down a Giratina. And do we just get Double Tina out? Double Tina doesn't feel good in this match. But I don't need 4 Comfeys. I don't have a Greninja, unfortunately. We've prized the Greninja. Do we leave room on the bench for a Greninja? I think we just leave room on the bench for a Greninja. Okay. So we've got 4. We've got 3 in the lost zone. And we slam down past to the peak, and we wait. Unfortunate turn of events here. Interesting, they go for the Kirlia. I guess they know that with the if they've got another out to the other Ralts, they can just get the other thing going. Interesting, they got rid of boss's orders. Whoa, they're just going straight to Gardevoir EX? Do they have it like that? They do. I have not seen this strategy before. Now, unfortunately for us, we don't have a good answer to this in the immediate term. Okay, they get Artisan down. I think we've got all the No, we still have room for 1 more Comfey. If we really want to. Okay, they're going to get a Cresselia out. They're probably Cresselia, right? I would not... Cresselia can't knock out anything right now. And they Iono. But they are very much putting us on the back foot here. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We at least have a much better hand going into the next turn. It looks like they might have to... They're going to protect the bench. They're going to have to Psychic Embrace here and attack with the Gardevoir EX, which is... Or they not. They might not. I don't know. They're going to attack for 190, which is... Okay. This could... Okay. Can we get... Can we get to 7? 7 in the Lost Zone, plus all the party tricks here. Let's hit Colress. We get a Giratina V-Star, Mirage Gate. Oh, I need that Sableye. I need the Sableye. Unfortunately, I also need the Psychic Energy. Oh, no. Okay, we don't need the Psychic Energy, but I would like the Psychic Energy. Okay. Let's go and Flower Select. And we get ourselves... There's a Psychic Energy. Unfortunately, we punt on the water. We have 7. I am... We can get a Giratina built up here, but we can't... I can't attack. At least... Yeah, I can't attack with Giratina right now. I am one short. If we go... Is there anything to Super Odd back? No. I think we get rid of a Water or Water Psychic. I think we have to attack with Cram right now. Water Psychic. Is it worth it to even attack with... Is it even worth it to attack with Cram right now? And let's go put a Water Energy on the Giratina. And we pray. This is going to be... Oh, we have to slam down Path as well. Hopefully they are stuck. Now, they do have at least one... Oh, they have Worker. Ugh. Not liking where this is currently shaping out. I kind of hope we get hand disrupted here. I don't think it's bad. I don't think we're in a bad spot. Okay, now we could be in a bad spot. Yeah, if they get the Jirachi down, that's profoundly annoying. They get the Manaphy and the Jirachi down. There's no snipe damage happening whatsoever. Now, if we can just take out the Gardevoir, that puts us in an amazing spot. But we are in a little bit of a pinch here because, yeah, they've bench locked themselves really hard. Okay, Water, Psychic, or Water and Jet Energy. Yeah, the fact that they only have one Gardevoir EX and one Shining Arcana Gardevoir is kind of decent for us. Now they're going to... Yeah, they'll just attack with the regular Gardevoir. I don't hate that for them. You have to say as a Guardy player, your opponent is playing Guardy wrong. Yeah, I'm not giving themselves... They may have overprotected their bench. Because, yeah, if we take out this Gardevoir, then they kind of don't have a lot going on. Now, I think I want to throw the Cramorant back in the deck. I want to throw it in as a disruptor here, or like a potential way to take out the... I may regret that. But... Okay. I kind of want to Super Rod the Cram back in the deck. I don't necessarily need the Comfey, but I probably shouldn't. Okay. Let's go Flower Select. I kind of want to dig a little bit before looking for a Colress. Mirage Gate's good. Where's our Grass Energy at? We've got... I'm going to take the Gate. Okay, let's see if we can dig for a Colress here. Yes. Okay. Get 10 in the Lost Zone. And we get the Cram. This is what I was looking for. Switch. Perfect. And I think we take another Colress, right? We could take a second Giratina. Giratina or Colress gives us more draw power. We can afford to give up a Giratina. Yeah, they have no good answer afterwards. Oh, we could Sableye here. Oh, no, we can't Sableye. Okay. We get the Cram. We've got 10 in the Lost Zone. Let's go and attach energy. Oh, we can't attach the... Okay, let's go and switch the Cram. I should have at least one grass in. I don't have any grass energy. How does this keep happening to us? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Hopefully we get it off the prizes here. We are playing this so bad. Okay. Is it worth just putting the Sableye up then? We're in desperate times. I'm getting desperate here. Let's just burn it. They have no attackers right now. Where the heck did our grass energy? We've prized. I should have looked at that. Yeah, so if we have one here, we have none in the deck. We have prized 2, which means we can't attack with Giratina for the foreseeable future. Now, they're not gonna be able to knock us out here. Yeah, I have screwed this up royally. Yeah, they can do 60 damage. I don't know what they take out. Like, it could be... I probably... If I could snipe the Ralts, I would snipe the Ralts. Yeah, we've squandered 2. Yeah. If we... Okay, there's a Mirage Gate. There's no point in using the Mirage Gate. We know we have no energy in there. Let's go grab a Giratina V-Star. Let's grab a Jet Energy and a Nest Ball. If we're gonna lose... If we're gonna lose the Sableye anyway... Let's go and keep the... Let's try and parade here as a single prize deck. Flower Select. Let's go and grab a... Super Rod is nice. Super Rod is nice, but like... We don't have any grass energy. I'm gonna hold on to the rod. This is ridiculous right now. I cannot believe we are in this predicament here. I'm gonna use Sableye to take out the Cresselia. We will hold on to, and hopefully we can get a grass energy here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we can get some value out of the Sableye. Grass energy, please. No! Oh. Are they just gonna Mirage Step here? No, they're gonna get down a second at Ralts. I just need a... They're gonna Refine right now? Yeah, then they can't attack. Are they gonna go in? And they got rid of the... Okay, they're ahead on prizes. Or it's tied on prizes, so they're not... Are they just gonna attack with this Curlia? Okay. Yep. In a world where, yeah, we've prized the Greninja, we've prized the grass energy. Is there any point in us burning our switch outs right now? Okay, I'm gonna dig a little deeper. Maybe we get a Roxanne here. Okay, let's dig. Okay, Roxanne, perfect. Perfect. Super Rod could help. Nah, I don't think we need Super Rod right now. Let's go take a look at the deck. Okay, there's a Comfey, one more Mirage Gate, Path to the Peak, some switch outs. Oh, can we get Sableye back in? Yeah, Sableye is actually kind of important here. Because we get another single prize attacker that we can attack with if we want to. Now, I think we hold on to our hand because that gives us our next attacker. Yeah, knowing what we know now, we just take the Curlia out. Grass. No! I should have benched the Sableye. How do we... Here comes a Screamtail. Probably going to take out the Cram, right? $10 points. Good luck on Grass Energies. Thank you. What are they? They're going to just get a second. Oh, okay. They can get the other one. Yeah. If we can take out like a Screamtail and then we boss up the Gardevoir, then we win. How? Okay, we're going to get Iono'd. That's annoying. That could be absolutely devastating for us here. Are we going to lose this because we... Man, this is a masterclass on how to play Giratina wrong. I think that we probably could have managed that a little better, putting all the energy on the... Yeah, we might be in a position where we can't even... We can't even attack. Like, I can't do anything right now. We've burned both of our rods. They're gonna be in a position, potentially soon, where they can one-shot a Giratina coming up. And I have nothing. I've got... Yeah, we burned both of our rods. We can't get our single prize attackers back. I guess technically we could Mirage Gate onto a Comfey and attack with that. I really don't want to do that. It might come down to it. Ugh. Absolutely brutal. I see the Charlotte regional stream is starting up, which is awesome. Oh, they're playing. Oh man. Giratina versus Snorlax Stall. Oof. Okay. This is an awful match. I cannot believe. Okay. Yeah, Giratina should win that match. Okay, there's Sableye. Sableye in the Switch. Okay. We need a Psychic Energy, though. We need a Psychic Energy. Or a Mirage Gate or something. Okay, there's a Mirage Gate. I think this is our only hope. Is if we Jet Energy up Sableye. Yeah, we're going to be 10 damage short if we just do Scratch. We have to Mirage Gate our last Grass Energy, and we have to pray. I could cheese them out and do the whole, like, glitch where you just force them to lose time. I'm not going to do that. Because, yeah, if you spread out all the damage in a way where the Jirachi timer, it takes one at a time. It eats their time. Okay, Grass Energy. Yes! Okay. We're theoretically still in this. Now, they could just boss up. If they boss up the Giratina V, we're done. We need boss, and I don't actually know I think we should still have boss in the deck. Trainers. We should have one more boss. Okay, they're going to play Avery. I'm actually going to take this Giratina off the board. I think the way the math is mathing right now, I have to top deck a boss. It's Jet Energy, yeah. I have to top deck boss in order to win. If we top deck boss, we win. Actually, you know what? No, there's still outs. There's still... We got him! We got him! We got him! We got him! Oh my god! Oh! Oh, we got him! Cheech. Oh, we'll take that. We'll take that all day. We'll take that all day. And, yeah, there was definitely, like... I could have played that better. I should have known that we had prized 2 grass energy. We had multiple opportunities to look at the deck and see that we were short. We know we only run 3 in the deck, and we threw 1 in the lost zone, and I had the opportunity multiple times to see if we didn't. I think considering the circumstances, I think we hung in there as long as we possibly could. And I will give myself credit for that, recognizing that we kind of had to masquerade as a single prize deck for that whole thing. And we had to bring out Cramorant, we had to bring out Sableye just to take those small hits so that we could just try and hang around long enough so that if/when we got the Giratina V-Star, we could potentially be in position to take out that Gardevoir EX. Now, you're probably also saying like, hey, maybe they were overly aggressive on the defensive side, clogging up their bench with both Manaphy and Jirachi. You know, those are valid concerns. They also played the Cresselia, but then they never were in a position to do enough damage to anything on the board to make the Cresselia matter. So I think you can argue benching the Cresselia or benching the Manaphy and the Jirachi at the same time. I totally understand that. However, I think the benching the Cresselia did clog up their bench space. They never were able to get enough Gardevoirs rolling, and we were able to hang around long enough. And we also prized the Radiant Greninja as well, where we just couldn't do that attack. And yeah, Radiant Greninja was also something they had to be mindful of. So yeah, you have to play the Manaphy. I get that. So I think benching the Cresselia was the big mistake for them. So kind of a very messy match. But I think that we persevered. We kind of showed some different lines of play, trying to masquerade as a single prize deck. Giratina coming in and landing the finishing blow was awesome. GG's. All right. That was fun. You know, our record, I think we probably ended up about, okay, I think I actually lost a little more than I won, but it ended up being like about even. Some of the matches were tough. One of those was the Manaphy screw job. But I'm fine with that. I think the Charizard match was great. That Gardevoir match was great. Both of the Lost Box matchups that we lost, I think those were also good. I'll probably go with the one where we got screwed just to even it out, because I did win on a glitch in a previous video. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn off channel points for a little bit. We're going to do oh, hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. I'm going to record the intro and outro to this Giratina video. And then I'm going to turn off the channel points. So yeah, they're off. intro, outro. I'm going to step away for a quick sec, and then we've got a little bit of time here. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll record. I'm going to record the video. That's the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to record the video about League Battle decks, and then maybe we'll mess around with another deck. Some other ones I'm kicking around. I think Urshifu and Teleon is probably going to be next week's video. Some other decks I'm sitting on here. What's this? Rhydon, League Battle deck. Or, yeah, the Deluxe Battle deck. There's a Darkrai deck I've got here. I've tried to update the Ninetales. I don't think it's good, though. We could try for funsies. Blastoise is one that I've been kicking around. Arceus Regidrago is another one. I think I want to change one thing about this build. I probably want to squeak in the Altaria EX so we don't get blasted by effects of attacks. But other than that, let's talk about Giratina. Okay. And actually, let's go and... Oh, hold on. Hold on. There's some stuff you're not supposed to see here. Hold on. Let me turn off this. And let me turn on... Right? No? Microsoft Edge? There it is. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm the framing of this video is like starter deck to champion. So, yeah, we'll go about it that way. Okay. So I'm pulling up, this is the article for the starter decks for the 2023 round of decks. And okay. If you're playing the Pokemon trading card game before March 21st, 2023, in particular, if you're a new player just starting up, you will get access to one of these 8 starter decks here. And of these decks, there's only one here that's like really, really good. Some of these have seen some tournament play. Palkia is kind of making a bit of a resurgence here. Dialga's kind of fun and has seen some tournament play here and there. Superior sort of kind of making a run with Arceus. But the best deck, far and away, is the Giratina VSTAR deck. You are getting a lot of pieces that can help you build one of the best decks in the game. And today, we are going to be checking out Jon Eng's Portland Regionals winning Giratina VSTAR list. I really like this one for being kind of like, here is your no gimmicks list for Giratina VSTAR. Let's build this and see how it goes. I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we're playing a Lost Zone Giratina deck with some upgrades from the starter deck. Now, off the top of my head, I don't know the exact cost of how much it will cost to get the additional cards to upgrade your starter deck to be this one. However, the deck list is always in the description of these videos, and with a couple of upgrades, you are basically getting one of the best decks in the game. Now, there's a lot of different ways to build Giratina VSTAR, the Lost Box variant, and it's kind of a solved deck at this point. Really, it comes down to like how you tweak the energy. Maybe you put Forest Seal Stone, maybe you put in some cute tech like the Devolution TM. But really, I really like Jon Eng's list. One, because it's proven to have won a major regional championship. But two, I find it to be like a very good baseline list. There are no gimmick cards or anything like that here. You can just kind of play a straight up Giratina strategy and be successful in potentially every match you play in. So let's go and dive into the build of the deck here. Giratina VSTAR is one of, but not necessarily our main attacker. One of the cool things about Lost Box decks is you have a wide assortment of attackers. Giratina VSTAR is our heavy hitter with the move Lost Impact for Grass, Psychic, and Colorless. Does 280 damage, and you put 2 energy into the Lost Zone. 280 damage is absolutely massive. You are one-shotting almost every relevant Pokemon in the game right now, except for like Charizard, but you are still doing a tremendous amount of damage that's going to put Charizard on the back foot. We also have Star Requiem here for a Grass and a Psychic Energy. You just delete a Pokemon. It's just gone. And you can put your opponent in crazy checkmate situations where you Star Requiem for one, you've got a second Giratina on board with the energy for another lost impact, and you can just win, which is absolutely nuts. But we also have some other attackers here. Cramorant, with its Lost Provisions ability, lets it attack for free if there's 4 cards in the Lost Zone. This is a great early game attacker, taking out single prize threats. Sableye is an amazing end game attacker, lets you drop 12 damage counters anywhere you want on the board. Now, Sableye is not as good as it used to be in light of Jirachi being in the format. However, there's still a number of decks that don't respect Lost Box in that way, and you can still punish with Sableye, and you can find other ways to win even if Jirachi is in play, stopping the Sableye from shooting the bench. We've got Radiant Greninja, great attacker and great for getting energy in the discard pile and drawing cards thanks to its Concealed Cards ability, lets you discard an energy, draw 2 cards. And Moonlight Shuriken's an amazing attack for 2 water and a colorless energy, lets you attack 2 Pokemon for 90 damage apiece. We've got Manaphy to protect the bench, 3/3 line of Giratina, and of course Comfey is the backbone of this deck. You're going to use Flower Selecting, lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You put 1 in your hand, 1 in the Lost Zone, and you're going to be moving Comfeys back and forth. Once you've got 4 in the Lost Zone, you're going to want to use Cramorant to attack. Once you've got 10 in the Lost Zone, you're going to want to use Sableye. Once you've got 7, you're going to use Giratina V-Star. Of course, it depends on the circumstances, which is partially why this deck can be so difficult to play, is finding the right attacker for the right time. Even Giratina V is pretty solid in situations where you just want to accelerate to the Lost Zone. Abyss Seeking is not bad, especially if you know your opponent can't knock out your Giratina V in one hit. On top of that, Shred for 160 damage. You can just shred through stuff like a Mimikyu. It's great in the Snorlax matchup where you don't have to discard energy and you can just consistently attack for 160 damage. Giratina is great in the Snorlax matchup because of reasons like that. For trainer cards, we've got a bunch of switching cards because we want to dance the Comfeys in and out of the active. We've got 2 Switch, 2 Switch Cart, and 1 Escape Rope. Now keep in mind, Switch Cart only works if you're moving a basic Pokemon out of the active, so you're not going to be able to pivot Giratina V-Star with a Switch Cart. For the most part, it's fine, but definitely keep that in mind. And this is actually fewer Switch options than before in older builds because we are running a lot of Jet Energy, which when you bench this on, put this onto a bench Pokemon, you get to then shoot that Pokemon into the active. Really great for getting multiple flower selectings because you put 1 on a Comfey, bring it into the active, do your flower selecting, and then retreat out into another Comfey or what have you. Jet Energy is just amazing in this deck. We've got 4 copies of it here. We've got 1 copy of Counter Catcher. If you fall behind on prizes, you can gust a opposing bench Pokemon into the active while still having access to your supporter. Really nice. We've got 4 Battle VIP Pass. Only works on the first turn of the game, but you get to bench 2 Pokemon of your choice. And in the mid to late game, you can just throw these in the Lost Zone so it doesn't clog up your deck too bad most of the time. 2 copies of Pokégear lets you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and grab a supporter card that you find in there. Most of the time, you're going to be looking for Colress's Experiment, but you might want to dig specifically for a Roxanne or Boss, whichever is most helpful for you in the moment. 3 copies of Path to the Peak shuts off all rule box Pokemon with abilities, shuts off their abilities. The only ability you really have to worry about is Radiant Greninja. And sometimes you don't even need that either. So Path to the Peak is probably going to hurt your opponent more than it will hurt you. 2 copies of Super Rod lets you shuffle up to 3 in combination of Pokemon or energy back into your deck. You can't get the Jet Energies back, but basic energy is cool. You're definitely going to need to recycle some stuff here and there. You've only got 1 Cramorant, 1 Sableye, only a handful of each energy type. And as you'll see in this video, I definitely have issues managing my energy. This can be a very difficult deck to play because of the attack lines and how tight your resource management can be. But Super Rod can help you get stuff back into the deck when you need it. 2 copies of Roxanne. If you've got 3 or your opponent has 3 or more prizes, 3 or less prizes remaining, both players shuffle their hands into their deck. You draw 6 cards, they draw 2. This is one of your best comeback cards, helps you reset the position. Hopefully you get the pieces you need to finish off the game. 4 copies of Mirage Gate. Once you've got 7 cards in the Lost Zone, you can accelerate 2 different types of energy, 2 basics of a different type, onto your Pokemon in any way you like. Oftentimes, you're going to be using this for Grass Psychic, but you might be using this for Water, something else to power up Greninja as well. You'll probably see I have multiple issues with managing my energy in Mirage Gates, and I waste Mirage Gates here and there. Try and when you're playing a Lost Zone deck, always count your energy and count your resources and make sure that you can use your Mirage Gates as intended. So keep that in mind when you watch this video and make note of the mistakes I make, of which there are plenty. We've got Nest Balls to get our basics down. Colress Experiment, huge card in the beginning and mid game. You look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You'll put 3 in your hand and 2 in the Lost Zone. And you're going to want to hit this like your first 2 turns at least, so that you can power up your Lost Zone and get your attackers rolling. Last but not least, we've got 2 copies of Boss's Orders for gusting an opponent of our choice. And then for energy splits, energy is really tight in this deck. We've got 4 Jet Energy, 4 Psychic Energy, 3 Grass, and 3 Water. And your core game plan is you definitely want to build up your Lost Zone with Comfey and Colress's Experiment in the early game. Out of desperation, you may use Abyss Seeking to get more cards in the Lost Zone, but really you want to attack in the early game with Cramorant. In the mid game, you're going to want to attack with Giratina or Greninja once you've got 7 in the Lost Zone and Mirage Gate to power stuff up. And towards the end game, if there isn't a Jirachi in play, Sableye to sprinkle some damage counters on any targets, taking out multiple smaller targets or finishing off bigger targets that Giratina has left open. Again, if you are playing in Pokemon TCG Live and you're playing with the starter decks, if you really want to get serious about it, Giratina V-Star is the best deck of the bunch to upgrade. Now, it's also the hardest deck to play, but in terms of competitive viability, hands down, Giratina V-Star is the best one, and this is a way of building it. I like the Jon Eng build for being the most straightforward build. You will see some other ones out there with some more cute cards like a Forest Seal Stone, different switch options, different energy splits, maybe the Devolution TM. This is just one way to go about it. I really like it. And yeah, you can go check out the deck in action right here. And there we go. That is a look at Giratina V-Star. If you are looking to play the Pokemon trading card game before rotation, so before March 21st, and you're looking at these starter decks and you're like, I don't know which one to upgrade, Giratina is definitely the play. Now, of course, there's a bit of a learning curve here. It's a really hard deck to play, but in terms of competitive viability for your long-term future in the game, Giratina V-Star is fantastic. Rotation's coming up. I don't think Giratina loses too much. Yes, Path to the Peak goes away, and Battle VIP Pass and Escape Rope. You can substitute Buddy Puffin in there, maybe put in more Nest Balls to fix some of the getting your starters on the board. Path to the Peak does kind of stink, but like Giratina is still going to hit incredibly hard, and it's still going to have the most varied line of attackers going into the rotation. You're still going to have Greninja, you're still going to have Cramorant, you're still going to have Sableye. It's still going to be an absolute beast. So if you're upgrading any of those starter decks, I think Giratina is the play. But what say you? Giratina V-Star, yay, nay? It's not a deck for everybody. It is very hard to play. I feel like even now, I feel a little more, having played it on and off for the last year, I still feel like it's one that I could use a ton more practice playing. But it is a ton of fun to play, and it is incredibly powerful in the right hands. But what say you? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at @InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at @InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So Twitch fam, stick around. We'll be right back. But for all our friends on YouTube, we got to get out of here. Later. All right, I'm back. I'm actually going to step away for a quick sec. Let me go and set up the presentation I wanted to share with you, and then we'll play a couple of more matches here. So we'll go and pull that up, and then yeah, I will be back. Lil Tone, you are running the stream in my absence. BRB. All right, thank you, Little Tone, for holding it down. What's everybody else got going? What's everybody got going on this afternoon? Let me go. I need water. Here we go. And yeah, we're gonna keep the music off for a bit because we're gonna be recording a bit for the. Actually, I got the wrong. I have the wrong screen up. There we go. There we go. I'm going to be recording this for YouTube. This is going to end up on the YouTube channel. I want to talk about deluxe battle decks because I think they could be better. You've got League? Awesome. Best of luck. What are you playing? Let me just make sure my slides are okay. I didn't think I would be in a world where I would be. Okay. Yeah, my face is kind of covering the boss's orders, but you guys know it's boss's orders. That's a Steenie. It's fine. Yeah, I'm covering the judge a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Cool. There you go. You just saw the whole presentation. You guys can... No, don't leave the stream. Chen Pao with Baxcalibur. All right. Best of luck. Chen Pao Baxcalibur is definitely... It's not as popular as it once was, but it's still a strong deck. It still has a reasonable matchup into Charizard, and in a world where Charizard is #1, I don't think you can sleep on Chen Pao. And Chen Pao, in a world where when you draw well with Chen Pao can beat everything. You know, literally beat everything. Okay. I do want to build Chen Pao someday. I have a bunch of I have pieces. Like I have the Baxcalibur line that I've just picked up through collecting packs and stuff like that and buying. I think I bought a Paldea Evolved booster. I have the cards to make Chen Pao Baxcalibur. A lot of, except the Chen Pao. So someday. Okay. Let me do one more thing here real quick. I'll be back. All right, we're back, and let's go and talk about this, and then we'll play a couple games with a For Funsies deck or something like that. So, let me just get the mouse out of here, and we'll talk. Pokemon, we need to talk. And now I know most of the people that are watching this video don't work at the Pokemon Company International. That's okay. You can come in and listen as well. But this is more for the Pokemon Company International because I think we need to have an intervention about deluxe battle decks. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I want to talk about deluxe battle decks because I think they could be better. And just in case now this slide is totally not for the Pokemon Company. This is for you. What are deluxe battle decks? They are the level 2 pre-made product, like pre-made deck meant for intermediate level play. Level 1 EX decks are meant for beginners, just learning how to play the game. Level 3 decks are league battle decks. These are meant for competitive play, and they're the foundation of a competitive deck. And these are ones that, yeah, I think the greatest success story is the Mew VMAX League Battle deck, where the 2023 champion deck is Mew VMAX, and the League Battle deck has 38 out of the 60 cards. And the year before that, it was in the top 8, and it had the similarities between the champion build or the World Championship build and the League Battle deck were really close. And that is kind of what you're getting with a League Battle deck. So level 2 decks kind of sit somewhere in between in terms of complexity and how competitive they are. There's also a difference in price. Level 1 decks are the cheapest at $10 US. Level 2s are at $20 US, and level 3 is $30 US. For anyone that's a little more price conscious, or you just really like the archetype in the deluxe battle deck, $20 is just, it's a middle of the road option. And one of the other big differences between the level 1, 2, and 3 decks is the number of holo cards in them. So EX decks have 1, deluxe battle decks have 3, and league battle decks have 6. And holo foil cards, they're always Pokemon. If there are trainer cards that are holo in regular sets and they're only holo in regular sets, they will turn those into non-holos so that the Pokemon are just the holo cards. And they're always displayed at the front of the box. They want you to buy these products based on the fact that, oh, Zapdos is in this, Miraidon's in this, Mew is in this, and so on. So the focus for the holo foil cards is always on the Pokemon, and this is a really important thing because when we talk about how decks are built, it's always under the restriction that level 1 decks have 1 holo card, the deluxe battle decks have 3 holo cards, and the league battle decks have 6. So right now, you can go to a store and buy Meowscarada or Quaquaval. And later this year, in March, you can go and buy Zapdos and Ninetales as well. And based on the pattern, I'm almost certain we're going to get another pair of deluxe battle decks in September of 2024. And decisions may have already been made for what those decks are going to be and how they're built. So this video may not help out. It's probably not going to help out at all. But maybe someone at Pokemon hears this before it's too late. I feel like I love the idea of deluxe battle decks. I think that having an intermediate option is awesome. And the problem is that the ones that we have so far and the ones that are coming up, I think they're just a bit underwhelming. I believe that these decks should function as standalone decks with the potential to be at least rogue tier decks when they're fully upgraded. Like, I don't necessarily want this to be a Charizard deck in the deluxe battle deck. I want those for league battle decks. But this should have some sort of competitive viability when upgraded. And I think that's part of the problem with these decks right now. And these decks could be much more desirable with just a few tweaks. Like, with a couple of adjustments, these could be so much better than they currently are right now. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And so before we get into recos, I do want to set some ground rules here, because I'm not just going to be like, oh, just go and make the world champion list straight up like that, because there are some business realities to how these are built. I'm not going to recommend putting top tier archetypes into the deluxe battle deck spot. I think stuff like your Charizards, Roaring Moon, Gardevoir, Miraidon, I definitely want those to stay as league battle decks. You want decks that are like a tier below that, where you're okay getting fewer holo cards. And another thing I want to follow here, 3 holo foil cards max, right? I'm not going to try and squeeze in like, oh, if we just get 3 Meowscaradas, but also a Lumineon. And no, we're going to follow the rules as set by the Pokemon company and follow the business realities of their current infrastructure. And I want to be mindful of rotation as well. I know that sometimes they'll put cards in there that'll rotate in like 7-8 months, but I definitely don't want to put in cards that are going to rotate very soon and then it makes the product obsolete. I want to be mindful of production lead times here. These products are probably planned out and made months before they go to store shelves. And I think the greatest example of this is the Miraidon League Battle deck. There are so many people that were upset about the fact that this deck came with the Regieleki line. And they were like, yeah, but right now, competitively, it's the Flaffy build that's doing hot. And there's two reasons why Flaffy's not in the League Battle deck. One of those is that Flaffy is going to rotate in a couple of months, and you don't want cards in there that are going to rotate out. And 2, this product was probably planned out at the beginning of the Scarlet and Violet era, if not earlier than that, when people were building Miraidon with Regieleki. You can go back in the time machine and remember the whole memes about mid-Rhydon. It came from the fact that people were playing Miraidon with Regieleki. That was the way that we thought the deck was played best. And this is probably what they had. So keeping that in mind, like, I don't want to, I don't have a magic wand and can say what cards are coming in the future, but let's keep that in mind as well. So one of the things that I think they can do is just pick better archetypes. I think 3 out of the 4 that they've chosen so far have fallen flat just because they're bad choices. Zapdos is super annoying in the sense that Zapdos at best is a one-of tech card in a better Miraidon deck. It gives you some snipe damage, but you're not going to build your entire offense around Zapdos sniping. It's just not built for that. And the Pokemon Company have decided to build an entire deck around Zapdos. And as a standalone deck, it's terrible. As an accessory to the Miraidon League battle deck, it's actually kind of okay. You get some Bravery Charms, you get a Zapdos, a Hawlucha, and if you buy them together, that makes sense. But as a standalone product, I think this product really stinks. And I think that these deluxe battle decks are better suited as, like, let me just play the thing out of the box with them working as a standalone deck versus not knowing, like playing this deck and being like, man, this really sucks. Why is this so bad? And not knowing that, oh, there's a better deck that you can slam this into to make it kind of decent. So Zapdos, epic fail. Ninetales, arguably even worse. This one's kind of unfortunate because I think that Ninetales of the 4 decks is the closest one to being fully built. But Ninetales in and of itself is just not very good. Its Mirrored Flames attack, its primary attack is wildly inconsistent. You have to have the exact same number of cards as your opponent in order to get the full benefit of that attack. And despite the fact that they gave you a bunch of cards to try and make that more realistic, it's not consistent enough. And even if you were to fully build out a Ninetales EX deck, it's just not going to be very good at all. And I think that that's really disappointing for this deck. You kind of want it to be a little better than this. I'm not saying it has to be top tier, but better than Ninetales. This is really disappointing. Quaquaval is like almost okay. I think getting the Baxcalibur line's really good, and some of the water support cards in there are good. Quaquaval's attack is actually kind of okay in the current meta. Being able to hit 230 is good enough to one-shot a Roaring Moon and an Iron Hands. 230 is a really relevant number to hit right now. But Quaquaval also just has no competitive ceiling right now. Its entire offense falls apart if you get hand disrupted by something like an Iono or a Judge, which every deck plays right now. You don't have any sort of protection against those types of cards. In pre-rotation, maybe they could have put a Milotic line in there, but we're going into post-rotation now. It's not going to have that. This one's saved because Greninja's really good, Baxcalibur is really good, but this is just not... It's not it. It's close, but it's not quite there. The closest one is Meowscarada. I actually am totally fine with the choice of Meowscarada. I love the fact that it's got some pretty good cards to help with its overall game plan. You get the Alakazam to move damage around, and its ability is great, and you get even the Eldegoss line to grab energy. But there are some critical cards that we're missing out of this deck to make it actually function as a decent deck. So this one I will give Pokemon a pass on, but we're going to come back to this deck because this showcases another issue with deluxe battle decks. So I'd say just in terms of archetype selection, 3 out of the 4 were not good. So here's an example of a deck, an archetype that I think would be great in a deluxe battle deck format. Goldengo EX. It's got a great attack. It's got a great ability. It's on the fringes of the meta with the potential to get even higher. A number of Goldengo decks just got day 2 at Charlotte Regionals, which is happening at the time of this recording. And you can build this with 3 holo cards. And I've got an example list that I cooked up here. And there's actually a couple of ways to do this. I went with 2 Goldengo and 1 Greninja. You could just go straight up 3 Goldengo, and that's probably fine. We've got a Manaphy to protect the bench. We've got Scissor as a secondary attacker, can punish decks that run a lot of abilities. We have the new Buddy Poffin card to help get our basics down. We've got all our energy manipulation cards, Earthen Vessel, Energy Retrieval, Superior Energy Retrieval. We've got the TM Evolution card. Like, this is a decent deck that can be built. Is it perfect? No, you probably want 4 Goldengos. You could arguably put in 3, but like, this is essentially the foundation for a really good Goldengo deck that you could sell in a store right now that is better and more functional than anything in the deluxe battle deck line right now. And I want to see more stuff like this. Here's another example. Serena. It's got a really interesting game plan where you're using Icicle Soul to whittle down your opponents. You've got the Panic Mask on so they can't hit you back. And then you end off the game with a massive end game attack, knocking out all your opponent's Pokemon in one go. It's a rogue tier deck, so you're not worried about burning a league battle deck spot on this. And you can build this with 3 holo foil cards as well. Here's an example that I built with going with 3 Serena EX. We've got the Buddy Poffin card, the new one in there, and then all of this other stuff could reasonably be put into a deluxe battle deck, and you've got like a cool different deck. And I don't see any reason why the Pokemon Company aren't making decks like this versus the ones that they have chosen. Better trainer cards. This is another one. I think that they're, having seen all of these decks and played with all of these decks, the Pokemon Company have decided that there are certain trainer cards that are too complex for a level 2 deck or a level 1 deck. Level 1 decks, it's fine. If you want to put in cards that are not as powerful, but they give you some benefit, I think that's okay. Level 2 decks, I think you can take more of the training wheels off and put on some of the stronger training cards. For example, Youngster is in all of these decks. I think you can take out Youngster and put in a better supporter. Youngster, you shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 5 cards. This was a good card in certain metas, but in the current meta where we have cards like Iono and Judge that let you shuffle your hand into your deck and draw cards and disrupt your opponent's hand as well, I think that these are much better choices that aren't going to be overly complicated for players that are buying level 2 decks. So I think, yeah, get rid of Youngster, put in Iono or Judge. And the Ninetales deck has Judge already. I don't think it's that much of a stretch to put Judge into the other decks, or Iono for that matter at this point. Jacques. I think we can get rid of Jacques. Yes, it's not bad within the context of these intermediate level decks being able to grab 2 evolution Pokemon, but for the most part, you want to save your supporter for something else, whether it's a professor's research, a boss's orders. And I think that for the most part, Ultra Ball is fine. Discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice. That's going to be fine. If you really need more than that, you could go with a Capturing Aroma. Yes, it's a little more random, but I would rather have more item-based Pokemon search than Jacques, where you're burning your supporter and you can't do anything else. Rhyme shows up inexplicably in the Zapdos deck. I would rather see cards like Worker. Let's replicate the 2 different things that it does. So it's half Escape Rope, half Draw 3. And I would rather have a draw 3 that does more stuff. So Worker lets you draw 3 cards and discard a stadium. We're losing Escape Rope, and we're probably not going to get Prime Catcher in a deluxe battle deck. Totally fine if we don't. I think Counter Catcher could be an alternative. I would rather see those instead of Rhyme. And then Rika is a card that ended up in the Zapdos deck as well. You look at the top 4 cards of your deck, you keep 2, you put the other 2 at the bottom of your deck. I would rather just see Colress's Experiment at that point. Yes, you're going to put 2 cards in the Lost Zone, and Pokemon's probably arguing like, yeah, but then we have to talk about the Lost Zone, and that's a whole other level of complexity that we don't want our intermediate level players to deal with. I'd say just, I think it's fine. I'm a little more okay with them saying like, all right, maybe not Colress, just put in some other hand disruption like Iono. Anything other than drawing 2 cards, like anything other than this, please. And then last one, I think that just within the archetypes, choosing better cards within them. I think Meowscarada EX is so close to being what I want to see a deluxe battle deck be, but they're just missing they're missing a couple of major pieces. One of those is Rare Candy. In the Meowscarada deck, you do not have Rare Candy. You cannot evolve from your basic to your stage 2 on the second turn. And that is like an absolute death sentence for the deck. You're not even attacking until your 3rd turn, at which point you could already be behind on prizes. You may have lost energy that you attached to a Sprigatito and they got knocked out. And now you can't come back. You just lose. And that just makes the deck incredibly difficult to play. And on top of that, Meowscarada's attack is 2 colorless energy, and there's no double turbo energy in the deck. Double turbo lets you get rolling in one turn to cover that cost, and without the double turbo energy and without the rare candy, it becomes incredibly difficult to set up the Meowscarada deck. And I think just putting those cards into the deluxe battle deck, yeah, we're good. All the other changes, like you could nitpick, maybe you'd want Bibarel instead of the Eldegoss line, but fine. But really, if it just had rare candy, double turbo energy, and you could make room for that, the deck comes with a ton of more energy than the deck needs. Replace some of the grass energy with double turbo, take out some other cards, put in rare candy, and this deck would be great as a deluxe battle deck. The Quaquaval deck, it's got 2 stage 2 lines and it only comes with 2 rare candy. This one, you should have 4. You kind of can get away with it because you don't necessarily need Baxcalibur set up on the second turn. You can go attach 2 for Spiral Shot and then go from Figurebacks to Arctibax on turn 2 and then manually evolve on turn 3. But like for a deck with multiple stage 2s, give me 4 rare candy, please. And then on top of that, there's no gusting in this deck. You can't boss's orders anything and just pick a target of your choice. So you have to hit what's in front of you all the time, which is not ideal in the slightest. The Zapdos deck. This, I mean, I hate the archetype as a whole, but it's hilariously bad that they only gave you 3 electric generators in the deck. This should be a 4. If you're playing a lightning deck, you got to have 4 electric generators in every deck you build. And for some reason, they decided to cheap out and only gave us 3. I don't know why. I do not know why. And especially in this build where Zapdos takes so much energy, Miraidon takes so much energy, the Pawmods take so much energy, the least they could have done is given us 4 electric generators. And they did it, and that feels like such an easy fix. You already gave us 3. Why not 4? I can't. There are no other cards that you can look at on that list and say, I say that this is more important to have than a 4th generator. Also, just like it has the worst lineup of trainer cards. You're getting stuff like Rika and Rhyme for no reason whatsoever. And arguably, there's another Pawmot that they could have used that doesn't discard energy that arguably would be a better attacker than the one that they have in the Zapdos deck. But yeah, I digress. And then Ninetales, like even though I think the ceiling on Ninetales is really low, it's still missing some core pieces. It doesn't have Magma Basin in there or any other form of energy acceleration. If you attach energy to your Vulpix and it gets knocked out on turn 1, like you're done. You can't accelerate fast enough to be able to attack again. You just lose the game. And Magma Basin's such an easy fix because it lets you attach energy from the discard pile and you can keep your offense going. But without that, like you're just dead. And Tauros comes into, like, you don't even have to look at the Tauros card. Tauros is a single prize attacker, takes 2 energy. If you power up that Tauros, you just lose because now that gets knocked out in 1 hit, and now you can't build up a Ninetales fast enough to attack again, and you just lose. And this would be so much more functional if it just had a Magma Basin in there. And yeah, in conclusion, deluxe battle decks, I love the idea of them. I think they could be better than where they're at right now, though. Like, I just want to see better base archetypes. I think Meowscarada is great. The other 3, not so much. I would like to see more archetypes on that Meowscarada tier, possibly higher. Like Goldengo to me would be like the ceiling of an archetype of just like knocking on the door of meta relevant while also still being able to build it with 3 holo foil cards. Just a better selection of trainer cards. I think it's time to let go of Jacques and Youngster. Give us some more relevant trainer cards, better trainer cards, and just better deck specific techs that prioritize core functions. Like, just give us the cards that help us set up, help us draw cards, help us accelerate energy, and help us pick our targets that we want to hit. And I feel like if they had a do-over, this line could be so much better with a couple more tweaks. And I hope going forward that the Pokemon company, like, they're probably not going to watch this video, but I hope someone on that side is thinking about these things in the way that I'm thinking about it. And I understand there are business realities that make all of this difficult, and there's probably stuff that I'm missing that don't make it feasible. And maybe what we get is the absolute best that they can do. And if that is the case, then it is what it is. But I pray that we can get better decks that are a little more that are better to play and just more complete out of the box. But what say you? Do you even care about these deluxe battle decks at all? Maybe not to the effect that I do, and maybe you care more. I don't know, but I feel like these should be better than they currently are, and I keep my fingers crossed that in the future they will be. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In Third Person. You can find me on Twitch at In Third Person, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, we're back. I think we got time for like one more game. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a meaningful match in. And Lil Tone, let me catch up on the chat here. Judge would be better for newer players. Yeah, that's fine. Colress, I agree, maybe not. You feel like this would be solved with the theme deck format? You're thinking they could add Flaffies. Rotation would hurt that. You feel like, yeah, you said theme deck format. The problem with theme deck formats now, and this is something I've talked about in the past, in the old days of the Pokemon TCG, all the decks were roughly the same power level. At most, you got like 2 holo cards, like just a regular rare. But once they moved on to putting in ultra rare cards like Pokemon V, Pokemon EX, the power level is now skewed. And now these V decks are going to stomp out the old style decks. And there was power creep along the way. If you were playing in that theme deck format towards the end of PTCGO, everyone was running the Charizard deck or the Dragonite deck just because of regular power creep in that subsection of decks. But once they switched to the V1s are notably more powerful than the old theme ones, so you couldn't fairly match them up. So that goes away. And now you only have a handful of V decks to play against each other. Now we're talking like 21, 22. And now, in the current era, we have EX decks, and these are also, because of the EX mechanic being different than the V mechanic, these don't really match up either. And there could be, I don't know where the power level ultimately sits, but debatably, the V1s or the EX ones aren't like, they're not balanced against each other either. So you can't necessarily make a theme format with these decks battling one another. And if it's just one or the other, there aren't enough decks to sustain that as a game mode, which is where we sit now. Garchomp Lucario, you just don't feel you should be... What do you mean by Garchomp Lucario? Also, you just don't feel you should be playing these decks against meta decks. They should be against meta decks. Generally speaking, yes, I agree that like the level 1s specifically, like those should not fight against meta decks. But at the same time, even within the subset of theme decks, they are not balanced equally against one another. The old style theme deck versus the V-based theme deck versus the EX theme decks. Those are now all out of whack, and you can't slam them all together. So it's not really feasible to build a format for where they have gone. So that's why we are where we are. We've got time. I think we add on to the other decks. In the case of Zapdos, I almost would have felt better if they did that. We'll play one more with Giratina. I don't think we're gonna get any meaningful matches with a non deck. So we'll just stick with Giratina for today, and we'll try something else next time. If they sold it, I bet if they tried to sell it as an accessory, the sales would absolutely tank. I don't think there is a market for anything packaged as an accessory to this other deck. People are just going to say, like, why didn't you just put it in the deck? So they try and parade around the Zapdos deck like it's its own thing. Oof. Okay. Thank you, Little Tone. Says, also, I appreciate your work and time analyzing these products. Not many people do that. That's partially why I do that. That is the reason why I do that. We get an escape rope. We get a rod. I think we're going to keep the rod. And let's go and grab... I think we grab another Comfey here. And we switch. And I don't want to put... Ooh, do we hold on to the Colress or do we take the... I think we hold on to the Colress. And we... How scared am I of Roaring Moon attacking turn 1? I'm going to say bet. I'm going to say bet. You're not going to get the Cross Switcher piece and all the other stuff that you are going to need to knock me out on this turn. If they knock me out, it's fine. It's the last match of the game or the day. It is what it is. You think it's Miraidon? Okay, we'll see. Yeah, it's the other option. I thought it was Roaring Moon. It could be Miraidon. Where was I going with this? Yeah. It's Miraidon. Okay. Yeah, the reason I focus on these products so much is that I noticed when I started coming up is that there isn't a lot of coverage for these types of products. And the video that vaulted me to the next level in terms of like YouTube stuff was me previewing the Ice Rider Calyrex League battle deck. I just said to myself, I'm going to cover this deck as is so people can see how this deck plays. And that video blew up because nobody else was doing that. And I decided that, okay, people really enjoy... there's a market for this type of coverage for these products, so let's do it. And I did. All right, they bricked on the generator. That's fantastic. It would be ideal if they don't attack right now. I don't think they will. Yeah, I think there's a lot of gaps in Pokemon TCG coverage from a playability standpoint. I think there's a ton of opportunities for other creators to find their niche and make some stuff happen in ways that other creators are not. Okay, let's go. And I don't think there are definitely, I'm not trying to throw shade at the other creators in the space. Oh, do we actually keep the Switch? I think we keep the Switch and we get rid of the Mirage Gate here. I think there's a ton of opportunity for... Oh, we got free retreat. Awesome. Okay. I could just go in with an Abyss Seeking right now at the end because they don't got it like that. Okay. Yeah, even if the Raiko's coming in, they are not... We've got 6 in the Lost Zone. Yeah, we just go in with Giratina. We put a Psychic Energy on there. We slam the door with Path to the Peak, and we Abyss Seeking. And I say, bet. You don't have it. Super Rod, Mirage Gate. Oh, I can't keep the energy. Okay. Yeah. Now, the problem right now is I don't got it like that either. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. I can shred at best. Uh-oh. Are they going to hit the Miraidon play here? Uh-oh. This could be bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We need them to brick off the generator, or we're just dead. Brick, please. They didn't brick. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. This sucks, though. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it does kind of suck. We're going to need to, like, we have Sableye, we have Mirage Gates, we can go and throw all that energy in the Giratina back in the deck. We can at least snipe out this Mareep and then soften up this Miraidon and potentially make a comeback that way. They only have 2 cards in hand. Let's see what they do. And yeah, right now, streamers and content creators, they're largely playing meta decks and covering that stuff. There's an audience for more. And I think, like, based on the coverage I've seen, it's either meta decks or rogue decks. There's so much more space. Ooh, they don't. There is so much more opportunity for stuff that isn't that. Let's go and Pokégear. Colress, please. Okay. So we've got 8 in the Lost Zone. We're going to get to 10. And we go Switch Cart. And I think we can, yeah. We get 10. And they did not attack, which is interesting. We can go... Do I just... I could Sableye here. I think we want to go... I think we want to go hard. Right? Let's go... Yeah, I could just snap this out of existence. I don't want to. Let's go attach... Let's Mirage Gate here. See what we got. Okay, we get a Psychic and a Grass. That's fantastic. I could even build up the Sableye and just have that ready. That's a preemptive play. I don't like that. I don't want to get Roxanne, though. Here, let's go and have that ready to go. And we will just Lost Impact for 280. Okay, and we will go and put 2 energy in the discard. Actually, you know what? Do I put the one off the Sableye? No, we'll take it off the Giratina. And now we've got a 1-hit KO on any of their other targets. We've got Sableye for softening some stuff up. Would be nice if we can get a... Yeah, they're not going to one-shot us right now. Yeah, and we can just snap this out of existence. We've got Sableye to soften some things up. We've got time to figure this out. I don't know why they didn't retreat. That was kind of crazy, IMO. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, so, like, I kind of found my niche as someone who kind of slants towards beginner and intermediate level player. I know that there are people getting into the game and they want to find content that is a little more digestible to them. One of the big things that I focus on is explaining... Yeah, our opponent's just killing time here. Explaining every card in a deck during a deck profile. Number of people have told me, like, that's why they got into the videos, because I'd help them get into the game by explaining all these things versus leaning heavily on jargon and just using slang to, you know, like rope boss or what have you. And covering products like League Battle decks and Deluxe Battle decks and EX decks that people on the competitive side aren't really talking about. So that has been a priority of mine, to make sure that you guys, that there's a voice for that type of stuff. But I think there are so many other types of content that could be made within the space that the community is currently not. Damn, this could have been a good match. Like, that was a really good recovery on our part, and now they just leave. Ugh. We'll take the win. We'll take the win. Mario Destro, thank you so much for the follow. I think they're probably salty. They should have retreated the Raikou when they did. And I think they were kind of boned regardless. No, had they taken out, they should have taken out the Giratina. Wait, was the Giratina in the active at that point? Yeah, we'd done Abyss Seeking. They could have taken out the Giratina, and then it would have been way harder for us. But we'll just take that win. GG's. Sure. All right. But yeah, I think that as a community, like, I would look at certain, like, there are some videos that I love, or creators that I think are doing great stuff. Like, I'd say your traditional competitive stuff would be like a Tricky Gym, LDF, and yeah, Little Dark Fury, and someone like For the Win TCG. They definitely cover more of like the rogue tier deck stuff, but there's other types of content as well. There's one creator who does just like Pokemon TCG top 10s, and like, I've never heard anyone talk about them, but I enjoy the content. As someone who doesn't have that sort of background on the history of the Pokemon TCG, I love their videos. Here, the Dex Logs. Let's go and pull this up here. Oh, hold on. You can't see that stuff. Where's that screen? Hold on. Turn that off. Hold on. No. Window crash. This one. Yeah, the Dex Logs. They just do like top 10 strongest Pokemon from first generation, worst Pokemon. It's just a top 10 list with like the slick editing, and they talk about these things.
It's time for
okay, it's ads. Who else? I think Shay, who goes by Pertz PTCG, and they've kind of shifted away from talking about like, here's a deck, here's cards, and here's how to play the cards, and now they tell stories about, here's cards that should have been bad, this is wrong, this game ruined the game twice. Stories about, yeah, people lost thousands of dollars because of this thing. This story about the Squovit in the Giratina match, like that type of stuff. There's so much room for content creator. PTCG Radio, that was one of, if not the first channel that I watched. They got into it. Frosted Caribou, who's mostly pack opening stuff these days, but Frosted Caribou, clearly passionate for the game. I love that when she opens cards and she pulls like a noteworthy card, she actually talks about it within the context of the game. That was a huge benefit to me, and I think there is so many opportunities for content creators to find other ways of creating compelling content within the context of playing the Pokemon TCG that it's not there yet, or there's opportunities for other creators to slide in, right? I mean, I'm probably the best example. I am not great at the game. I only played in my first regionals a couple of months ago, but I was able to find a niche for myself that provides value for other people, and now the channel is doing great and it's continuing to grow, and there are people who love watching this content. And I'm not saying copy exactly what I do, but there are other avenues for people to explore within this space, and we'll see. I think the biggest challenge is that there are, one, the Pokemon TCG, the playability side of this is very small, right? The biggest channel in the scene is Tricky Gym at just over 100,000 subscribers. And not to say that that's small, but relative to, say, the pack opening stuff, your Leon Hearts and Unlisted Leaf, who have millions of followers, the number of people that play the Pokemon TCG while growing is still much smaller than that. And within that scene, I think there are a number of people who play this game really well, but maybe not necessarily people who are also experienced content creators. And that is the combination of, having a nice microphone, being able to communicate specific concepts well, having good gameplay to show off. And there are also people who have that knowledge and might be great content creators that say, like, why would I put it on YouTube when I can make X amount of money doing coaching instead, and I would make more money off of coaching, or what have you. I think there's a lot of interesting factors in play, but I think at the end of this whole rant, I think that the Pokemon TCG space for content creators is pretty open compared to other scenes. My background is fighting games, right? I came up playing competitive Street Fighter. This is my championship karate gi that I won at the Cineplex World Gaming Championships. I was a regional champion and came 17th in the country. Certain other scenes, like fighting games, saturated. There, you kind of have to be a pro player, or you're telling really compelling stories. But there are already so many people doing both of those niches. I'm sure, like Overwatch is another scene I dabbled in casually. Tons of creators covering all that stuff. Call of Duty, Fortnite, like all of those are saturated with great creators covering all sorts of different types of content. But Pokemon, I don't think is there yet. So, the next great creator might be you. It might be me. I don't know. I'm still growing. I'm still trying to figure this out. I found some footing in certain avenues that work well for me, but there could be something out there that takes this channel to the next level. And there could be other things that maybe you find that work well for your style of content creation that elevates you to be another voice in the scene. Hydra Paulo, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, lots of room. And we'll see. But for the time being, I gotta shut it down for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. This was a fun stream. There are very competitive matches, and there were some dumpster fire plays on my part. Like, I could have played some stuff better, but it was good. At the very least, it was good playing a competitive deck. The Arceus one was okay. The Zapdos ones are terrible. You like what you're saying? Thanks for the stream. Been watching quietly. Thank you for enjoying the stream. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for lurking for a while. Do you have any ambitions, Hydra Paulo, of being a Pokemon TCG content creator yourself? Or just creating content in general? Yeah, there's so much room. And I will continue to try and kick the tires on different ideas on what. One thing I want to do, like, I want an excuse to talk about Lorcana because I really like this game. I want to find a way. I can't start a Lorcana channel. I can barely keep up with the Pokemon stuff, and I know I'm so far away from being able to set up a decent Lorcana channel. But I would like to talk about Lorcana in an official capacity. Would you be interested at all in, like, a Pokemon TCG player talks about Lorcana and the similarities and the differences? You've been streaming for a little while now, but your priorities are work at the moment. It's just a hobby. Yeah, I totally respect that. I had to cut down my streaming and video stuff because, work is one. But my wife and I had a son, and he just turned 1, and I think he's probably waiting for me watching this right now. So right after this, we'll get out of here, and I will give him a big hug. But yeah, whatever content creation goals you have, make sure that it doesn't get in the way of your other priorities in life. As a Pokemon TCG player, you'd like to get into Lorcana too, and who better to make that content? Okay, I'll think about it. I feel like for me to do a Lorcana video, I have to either download Pixelborn or like film footage of me playing with the cards, which probably makes the most sense because that's about where I am right now. And I feel like this video would bomb horribly if I did. I don't know if enough of the audience on the YouTube channel cares to hear anything about Lorcana, even if I put a Pokemon TCG spin on it. For anyone watching the stream, like, Lorcana is actually... Every deck in Lorcana is a Lost Zone deck. Every deck is that way. There's no energy cards. Your cards get converted into energy. You basically put cards in the Lost Zone every turn so that you can do stuff. Is that the type of insights you would want if I were to do Lorcana videos? And it would probably just, at this point, it would just be one, just talking about the similarities and the differences. I do think their starter decks are better than Pokemon's deck, at least the level 1 decks. I love the fact that these come with a booster pack in them. And if we were using Pokemon's like competitive scale, I think these would be between a level 1 and a level 2. And yeah, relationships are a huge priority. Yeah. All right. And speaking of which, I need to go and say hello to my wife and son, spend the rest of the day with them. Not exactly sure what we're going to get up to today. It's super cold out here in Canada today, but we're going to go have a great time. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to everybody for the support throughout the stream. Hydropolo, thank you for the follow. Mario Destro, thank you for the follow. Lil Tone, thank you for the bits, and thank you for dropping by as always. Killer B, thank you for the follow. Fizzle, thank you for the follow. Bug Catchers, thank you for the follow. Louis GG's, thank you for the follow. And Jesse Feed, thank you for the follow today as well. But for the time being, I got to get going. You can still find me on all the things. Oh, man. Hydropolo, thank you so much for the sub. Truly appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, before I get out of here, you can find me on all the things, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In Third Person. This week, the Giratina stuff that you saw will be on stream or in the videos this week. I have a video on a Miraidon Zeraora build that I cooked up that I think was kind of cool. We have a Paldean Fates video coming out, and then some other stuff as well. Some other stuff. Next week, we'll be back with either Inteleon Urshifu or something weird and cool that happened at Charlotte Regionals. And, oh, yeah, some other things. You can find me on Twitch. We stream here every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And, yeah, I'll put on the YouTube. Check me out on YouTube. There's going to be like 4 to 5 videos. I know there are people who just followed and probably would like to see more, but I'm not going to be live for another week. So, yeah, check out the YouTube stuff. Tons of videos on Pokemon TCG and other things as well. And also check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.